better his family, and so we wished him off well, but we miss him. But we kind of, you add guys. And when I look at the guys that are on our staff right now, minus a couple of them, there's a lot of history there. And what I mean is previous relationships at other schools. And it's very humbling to me that those guys want to come here and work with our staff.
Now, you're coming off an 8-2 season. It kind of seemed like early in the season, Osage may have not been on the radar of teams like Bolivar and Moberly. I actually watched last year's Bolivar game before coming up here to talk to you. Osage turning over Bolivar, forcing them into mistakes, but taking advantage of those mistakes. Again, well-coached team. But you have to think after 35-0 last year, you kind of put the target on your back for a team like Bolivar this year that is always going to have athletes on its squad.
Yeah, I mean, it was a talented team. If you follow that team for the rest of the year, I think they went off to either play in a district championship game or they definitely had a winning season. So they were a lot better than they represented themselves as in week one. But again, that's, you mentioned our coaches are committed to make sure our kids are prepared. We've been working on stuff all summer. I feel like we've just, in year 5, we're fortunate to have the group of players and coaches because, it's the consistency of what we've been doing has been paramount for our success.
Scouting has come a long way. I assume you remember the days of trading tapes with other schools to kind of get a look at other programs, but now you can kind of go on Huddle or the internet or anywhere and find tape on anyone. Does that put you at a disadvantage when you come into the first game of the season, or is it an advantage because there's no tape per se out there for your opponent or yourself?
I'd like to say it'd be an advantage for us because we can just kind of stay focused on what we're doing and not necessarily get too, taken in with your opponent. But at the same time, Craig, I'd rather have somebody to drive and trade VHS film or DVDs, just to be honest with you, because it just took more work. And people would say, well, that doesn't make much sense. It's just, it doesn't take much effort to get a lot of stuff now, and that's frustrating because used to you had to really work hard to maybe get some of that film or go connect with somebody else and get film. Now it's the touch of a button. It does, quote, make it more efficient, but I'm not so sure how much better or worse the product is.
How do you carry last year's momentum into this season and going forward to try and just keep having the measure of success that you had as a team last year?
I don't know if you just keep it going or just use it to understand that that's the standard now. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. We had a lot of kids that played on the field last year, and they're kind of, used to winning, I guess, if you want to say that, or they expect to win. So that creates a different atmosphere. I mean, like it's not like, hey, let's wait this week 1 and see how it goes. It's like, hey, we need to win week 1 and get this thing rolling again. So, that kind of takes care of itself with the kids, I think.
Of course, we cover you right here on 102.7 year in and year out. Being a radio station coach, I got to ask you, is there a specific song or maybe an artist or anything that kind of you're looking at to maybe define the year coming up?
You asked the wrong guy. You need to come back and, speaking to the staff, talk to them. No, I can't even, guys play music a little bit of practice, and it aggravates me and distracts me. And so we try to focus just on the noise here in the locker room, I guess, is what motivates me. But I'm sure there's a great song out there that somebody would like to pick.
Well, for this week, we'll say it's the Rolling Stones Start Me Up, as the Indians will get their season started against the Bolivar Liberators. Coach, thanks for joining me.
Appreciate you guys.
That's Coach Jolly here for the Coaches Interview. We'll come back and get you set for kickoff here in Bolivar. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
This is America, where football means football.
As the bumps and bruises of football season and life build up on our bodies, wouldn't it be nice to soak away those issues in a brand new Bullfrog Spa from Pacific Pools? Enjoy stepping away from the rigors of life, the aches and pains of the past, and current injuries, arthritis, or of the workday. Get yourself into Pacific Pools and order your new Bullfrog Spa today. It only takes 21 days to construct and ship. And listen to the Lakers take the field, all while soaking in your new Bullfrog Spa. Take a break and make your escape to the hidden gem of the lake, Old Kinderhook. Golf the finest course and dine at the best restaurant, the Trophy Room. Happy hour is 3 to 6. Enjoy prime rib Friday and Saturday. They've got a wine list that matches its cuisine and spa for your golf swing. Old Kinderhook invites you to escape today. Come stay and play for a weekend. A proud supporter of your Camdenton Lakers and Osage Indians. Look them up online and Facebook.
At Lake Regional Health System, excellence is everywhere, in the care of a nurse and the dedication of a doctor. As our pursuit of excellence continues, we're proud to announce our membership in the Mayo Clinic Care Network. Their specialists and research supporting ours, because excellence lives here. Learn more at lakeregional.com/Mayo.
Where there's smoke, there's barbecue. Hi, I'm Greg Dierberg. You heard that right. No liquid smoke flavor at Deerberg's. It's all smoked fresh with apple and cherry wood at each one of our stores. From brisket and wings to my personal favorite, smoked salmon. If you can smoke it, Bob's Barbecue has it. It's time to rethink your BBQ and try something truly extraordinary. Stop by and see what's smoking today. It's fresh, it's friendly, and for slow smoke barbecue, it's Deerberg's.
Football!
Take the field.
Game on!
Back to the Osage Indians football pregame and kickoff show on your Indians hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
And welcome back, everyone, to School of the Osage High School Sports. I am Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams. Chris Boom Boom Cannon back in the studio for us. We are down live in Bolivar, Missouri for the season opener for School of the Osage, fresh off the Jamboree last week in Smith, Cotton, Sedalia, if you want to call it that. And Osage looked good up there, and they're looking to come down here and get another win over a Bolivar team that's looking for some revenge after a loss last year, 35-0 to start the season last year. Quick note, you can find us online, live video feed at MoSportsZone.com, or go to YouTube, type in MoSportsZone. And if you do that, Bolivar also has a live feed going on. So if you don't want to listen to Steve, you want to listen to somebody else, you can go over to that Bolivar feed, owned by the same people, so it won't hurt anybody's feelings. But I'm just saying.
Shots fired early.
I'm just saying, there's two feeds up there. This is me warning the listener. If you look up that on YouTube, you have to go to two different feeds. You can see ours. It'll have our social media post on there. Giant helmets right now with the field on the screen. So you want to click on that one to watch this stream live. But yeah, Osage coming into tonight, looking to get a win just like they did last year when Bolivar came to School of the Osage. Osage took home that victory 35-0. I know you and I both watched our video from last year's game, and while Osage won 35-0, it wasn't a dominant victory by the Indians. It was more or less taking advantage of mistakes made by the Liberators.
Sure, if you only look at the score and you see 35-0, you think, man, Osage just took it to them. But if you kind of break down some of the story under the story, the numbers there, first downs 13-11, rushing yards 150 to 161, passing yards 86, 52, so just really comparable. But we took advantage of some, it just seemed that night that the Liberators were really kind of struggling to find out who they were. They hadn't really even settled on the quarterback position. They kind of split that up between Gardner Casey, and I don't remember the name of the young man who actually took over the helm the week later, but they were just trying to find out who they were and made some uncharacteristic mistakes, and we ended up with the big win. But I know that the Liberators are coming in tonight with all kinds of motivation, new head coach, a senior-laden team, and they are here ready to redeem what happened a year ago. And they're in their hometown, right? So that gives them a little extra incentive to do that as well.
Well, that's the thing. You get a big win like that last year, the 35-0 win, and all that does is just put the bullseye on your back. And Bolivar has had this game circled on their schedule for the better part of a year now, not because it's the first game of the season, but because they're looking to get a measure of revenge because of that game last year. You know how high school sports go, Steve. Kids come in, kids graduate, and then other kids have to step up. We saw that last week at the Jamboree. Osage lost some big seniors last year. Didn't have a lot of seniors on the squad that graduated, but they had some big shoes to replace, and that includes at the running back and on defense as well as wide receivers. But it seems like the depth is there, Steve, and guys have stepped up into those roles.
Yeah, you've got some young men playing for the Indians here who are looking to step out from some shadows. The shadow of Aiden Williams. Who's going to step out from that shadow? His little brother, Drake Williams, right? And we saw Drake Williams shine last year. In fact, he had a pick six in the very game against the Liberators last year to kind of seal the deal. You got Brock Arrowwood, who is going to be a talented running back for us, looking to step out from under the shadow of, a Jason Colonia. So I'm excited about just kind of a mixture of experience. Maverick Trusty, third year starting quarterback for us, with some talent that gets to kind of earn their own limelight here tonight. I'm excited. I'm just excited for the night. So much energy, so much time, so much sacrifice, put down for this moment right here. I'm excited about young men getting to shine tonight.
It is the old Kinderhook pregame show up here live in the Kellysport Marina press box. And we are live on MoSportsZone.com and on YouTube. Search MoSportsZone, and you can find us right here on your radio dial at 102.7. As this season progresses, we will have every single Osage Indian game for you all the way through districts and the playoffs. And speaking of districts and the playoffs, Osage got, I don't want to say good news, but certainly favorable news compared to last year as it pertains to district and district assignment.
Yeah, we have a very winnable district, and I don't mean that as any disrespect to our competitors. I mean, it's going to be not a cakewalk, but it's definitely, as you look...
It's called a cake pop.
A cake pop. That's a sore subject for another day, but... Yeah, I'm looking at, what's interesting is every team in our district we will see on the field this year, with the exception of Fulton. So we'll have a pretty good grasp and idea of who we're going to be competing against going into those last few weeks. And, I understand that, my wife there works at the high school, and she got to see some of Coach Jolly's initial reaction to the news of this district, and he was pretty excited. And I think there was already a lot of excitement about this team. In your interview that we just listened to there of Coach, he believes that we're a better team this year. And then when you combine that with the opportunity that we have in districts here, I'm excited about this season. You remember going to this game last year, and I think there was lots of question marks, right?
We didn't know what to expect.
What was the record maybe the year before? 4-7 or something the year before. Last year they had a great record. And we just didn't know what we were going to see. We knew Bolivar was going to be a tough opponent, and then we just put it to them. And honestly, I'm feeling kind of the same vibes here a little bit because I know Bolivar is going to be better this year than they were. What are we going to see?
Of course, Osage last year in Class 4, and they were the only Class 4 team within about a 100-mile radius, wound up hosting a district game against Fort Zumwalt South out of St. Louis before heading up to Warrenton and eventually being knocked out of the playoffs. And like we said, being Class 3, now we get all these familiar teams in here: Southern Boone, Moberly, Hallsville, Eldon, California. Guys, we will see on the schedule this season. So it's great to I just like it from a traveling standpoint, Steve, to be honest with you. So it doesn't really bother me that we're playing these different teams, but I feel good about having the lack of traveling. You're not going to have to go to St. Louis for a couple weeks in a row. And, of course, that's the postseason. That's 10 games off. We got a long way to go to get there, including 20-minute halftimes as we did last season. And tonight we will be introducing our new halftime segment for the football season. So at least you're going to want to stick around for halftime, find out what the punishment is going to be the segment's going to be for Steve for this football season. It's going to be a fun one.
And just to be clear, at this very moment, I don't know what that segment is. I'm in the dark.
No.
That's just how you treat me.
I like to surprise you as well as the listeners as we get set for Osage Indian football here. And again, on MoSportsZone.com, you can follow along with all the local teams in the area, including Camdenton, who is streaming live right now, the Bolivar. They'll be following Bolivar all season long as well. They'll split games between Eldon and Versailles. Tonight they have Eldon at Fulton live there on MoSportsZone.com, and recently added Warrensburg up there as well. They'll be streaming the Warrensburg games on MoSportsZone.com as well. So a lot of high school football going on there. And Steve, what do you have as far as Massey stats go?
Hey, I want to, we gave a shout out to Coach Haig last week because we were struggling without programs.
Well, we's doing a lot of heavy lifting. You were.
And Coach Haig came through and sent that to us. And then he's right across the hallway from me. Just love sharing that space with him. And, he's got a lot of coaching experience. And one thing he shared with me is something called the Massey stats. Mm-hmm. And they just examine and use all kinds of data to predict and all kinds of levels of competition, and one of those is high school football. And, the data gets better as the year goes on, but here's what they're predicting tonight: a 61% chance that Bolivar takes this game with a score of 28-21. Now, that's certainly not the outcome that we want and that we're rooting for, but I think what it does tell me is that we're going to have a battle here tonight that I'm looking forward to.
They can't even predict the weather accurately, and you're telling me they can predict high school sports accurately?
Well, just to be clear, that's a different group of people.
Oh.
That predict the weather.
Oh, it is?
That's my understanding.
I tell you what, the conversations we have on the way up here are sometimes more interesting than the conversations we have on the air, Steve. All right, our unsponsored coin toss is done, and Bolivar will receive the kickoff. Hey, if you're a local business and you're looking to support the School of the Osage team, you can sponsor that coin toss week in and week out. And we can say your business's name there in front of the coin toss.
That's exciting.
Your name here, coin toss. What do you think of that?
Hey, I was engaged in the conversation, and I get that Bolivar's going to be receiving. Did they choose, or did we?
No,
defer?
we won and deferred.
Okay.
I didn't know you needed a full breakdown of the.
Sorry, I just was busy talking about the Massey stats. Here we go.
Massey
Crowd
stats.
on their feet.
Going to try and run the clock on the stream this year as well, but we're wearing a lot of different hats up here right now. And Steve, for some reason, wearing a top hat. I don't know why you're doing that. We need you to be on top of things, Steve.
Just trying to.
But it is a good look. It is a good look, Steve.
Not going to see that on camera tonight. They won't even know you're lying.
That's true. Brady Clark set to kick off, and he is a heck of a kicker for School of the Osage, the senior. We'll see him all season long through football and basketball. But he did a great job of kicking last season for the Indians. I know the clock on the stream says 11:54 right now, but I promise it will be correct.
At some point. Twice a day, right? Is that how that works?
When it decides. The kick is up and away, and this game is underway. And Osage is going to make the tackle at the 21. And that's where they'll bring him down, and that is where Bolivar will start tonight. So first play of the night will bring the Osage defense on the field. And if you're watching the stream, let's go ahead and take a look at the defensive starters for the Indians there. And we'll be saying their names all night as they make plays. But you can see it on the stream there if you're watching on MoSportsZone.com.
Hey, I want to give you a shout out there again. Just you're kind of following up what you did last season for the basketball team. Great work on the computer there with the graphics and such. And I know it's just going to get better as the season goes on.
Chapel Banner back in the shotgun. Thank you for the compliment. And he will take the snap here for the first play of the evening. And that run will go up the middle, where he'll run into about 3 Indians before he's brought down.
We'll spot the ball just maybe the 26-yard line there.
Yeah, that'll bring up 2nd and 5 here. That'll keep the clock running. Drake Williams with the tackle, they say. It's hard to pick out sometimes, even when Osage is wearing their away whites here. Back in the shotgun again, 3 wide receivers out left for Chapel. And Banner takes the snap. He's looking to throw, looking to get rid of it quick. Now flushed out of the pocket, rolls out to the left. Floats it over for his man, but over his head, out of bounds, pass incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Good defense there from the Indians. Good pursuit, forcing Banner out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it with the good coverage downfield. So big play right here on the first possession for the Liberators as they try and get this Indian defense further down the field. Osage looking to get Bolivar off the field here.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing. Indians in the backfield there, putting the quarterback in a precarious situation.
4 wide receivers out for Banner. He'll take the snap. Looks out to his right. Now over the middle, has his man, gets a screen at the midfield, breaks 1 tackle. Down the sideline, chased down by Wall and brought down at the 20-yard line inbounds. But a big pickup there for the Liberators, and that's a first down for them on 3rd down and 5.
All the way down to the 20-yard line there. And there are 3rd down conversions, and there's 3rd down conversions. And that was a big one, 54-yard gain there, getting their first down conversion of the night. That was huge.
Yeah, had 2 Liberator receivers kind of almost crossing over one another. And Banner puts it right in on the chest. Now he's back in the shotgun. Gets a man in motion right to left. 2 wide receivers out left. He'll take the snap. And it's over his head. The running back comes down with it, but he is quickly tracked down, and a big loss there by the Indian defense. That's a bad snap there over the quarterback's head. Heady play there from the running back to track it down and bring it in.
Taking the ball back to about the 30-yard line. Loss of 10, as you said here.
That was Cyrus Jackson, and it's still going to wind up being a loss, though, on that one. So that'll bring up 2nd down and long now after that big first down conversion. 2nd down and 20. 4 wide receivers out for Banner. Takes the snap. Looking to his left. Gets it over to his man quickly. Over the middle. Has him. And then brought down quickly. Not enough for a first down, but that quick slant. And that's Braden Long making the catch. And the run makes it 3rd down and manageable. So 2nd 3rd down play of this drive for this Bolivar offense.
3rd and 6 for the Liberators. Liberators coached by, you got a new one there at the helm, Robert Clardy. He played quarterback here at SBU. And so the quarterback coach for the Liberators is getting some, or the quarterback is getting some great instruction and great help here, and he's looking good here. He's finding the open guy here. A couple big plays in the shadow of the end zone now.
2 wide receivers out left. Takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. Trying to break a tackle, and he's going to be brought down right near the first down marker, but probably in the area of going for it if they don't get it. They're going to say 4th down here. So it will be 4th down and very short. Clock running. We're just under 9 minutes left to go here in the first. Ball at the 11-yard line. 12. Looking to draw the Indians offsides there. Now the play comes in for the sidelines to Banner. Man in motion. And he'll take the snap. He goes under center, and that's enough for a first down. So he brought the tight end in motion, and then he just lined up under the center and pushed the pile forward for a first down.
Spot that ball just really close to the 10-yard line, it looks like.
So that'll be a first down and goal now for the Liberators. 8:19 left to go here. Clock running. 4 wide receivers out. Now moves the running back. Banner might be changing the play up here. He'll take the snap, looking to throw. Over the middle, has his man, and it's picked off in the end zone. And he's going to bring it out. Looking to get some extra yardage there, but knocked out of bounds. So first and goal inside the 10, and they throw an interception in the end zone. I believe that was Schreiman that came up with that one, Steve.
That was beautiful. And again, the Liberators had did so much right up to that point. Quarterback kind of forcing a ball there that maybe he shouldn't have thrown. And Schreiman, and we saw Schreiman shine so many times last year. He was kind of the surprise to us last year. No surprise. He's not going to surprise anybody this year. In the perfect spot at the perfect time, bringing that ball out to where we just about the 18-yard line.
Osage will take over for the first time tonight. 7:51 left to go on the clock. Here in the first quarter, their first possession of the night. Maverick out. Drake Williams and Brock Arrowwood surround him. Sending 2 tight ends in motion. That's Colt Butler and Ethan Wall. Maverick takes the snap, hands it off. This is Arrowwood up the middle, runs into the pile. He's hit. I think the ball might have come out. And it did, but thankfully jumped on by one of the Indian linemen. I want to say that was Smitherman that picked that one up for the Indians there.
Gain of 4 there after all the confusion on the fumble. Ball at about the 22-yard line.
So that'll be second down and 6 or 7 here for the Indians. Maverick back with Drake and Arrowwood. 1 wide receiver out. Trusty takes the snap, hands this one off to Drake. He wants to get wide. Trying to get to the outside. Slips 1 tackle. Comes off another one before he goes down, and he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd down for the Indians here. And Osage has opened up the playbook a little more than they did the last couple seasons, but you still kind of know what Osage is wanting to do. If you've watched film on him in the last year, if you've watched the MoSportsZone broadcast, you know what Osage is looking to do.
Yeah, but now we're in a position that maybe we're going to have to pass here. Let's see what we can.
3 wide receivers. 3 wide receivers out right for Maverick. Takes the snap, looks out, quick screen out to Drake. He'll get a block out on the end. Now breaks 1 tackle, and he's brought down right near the first down marker.
Boy, that's close. Spotting the ball at.
And they're going to say a first down, a Pacific Pools first down. First one of the night for the Indians, keeps the chains moving. So getting just that little flare screen out to Drake Williams. And what they're wanting to do there, Steve, is they're just wanting to get Drake out into open space. They do so. Clock running, coming up on 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Maverick got Drake to his left, Brock behind him. Moves him in motion, left to right. Now hands off to Drake. Got some blockers out on the edge. Runs into a tackler and is brought down. Gain of about 3 there from Drake. Just unable to get into space right now is Drake. And we saw him last week at the Jamboree up at Smith Cotton. He broke a couple big runs, a couple 40-yard runs on first down when he was able to get into space and get vertical.
Yeah, the Liberators do not look too surprised by Drake Williams yet. They're prepared for him.
Second down, Maverick in the pistol. Colt Butler, he'll get the swing out to the left side. Hit near the sideline, knocked out of bounds. So Colt Butler, we saw him used at times last week as well. And this is no surprise to us that he's getting in the mix here early on. He's listed on the offense as a wing. And right there doing wing-like things, Steve.
Another big third down conversion opportunity here. Ball at the 35-yard line. Osage needs about 3 yards here to keep this drive going.
Maverick in the pistol. Guy's in tight. Fakes the handoff. Looking for his man. Has him over the defender. Now Wall down the field. 30. Cuts back in. 20. 15. 10. Brought down from behind. Inside the red zone. Inside the 5. First down, Indians.
All the way down to where we're saying within spotting the ball at about the 3-yard line.
I said Wall, but that was Butler, Steve.
62-yard gain there after they were just trying to fight for every inch, it felt like, running the ball.
Well, the defender tried to jump the pattern, Steve, and tried to come up with the interception. And the beautiful pass by Trusty just over his outreached hands. Butler winds up with it, goes downfield, can't get the touchdown. Let's see what Osage can do here. Arrowwood has it, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown, Indians.
And just like that.
Just like that.
I mean, really, the momentum felt like it was on Bolivar's side there right before that completed pass. Great job opening up the playbook there. We talked about last week that, the time that Coach Jolly had spent there one-on-one. Well, as you said, it was Ethan Wall, but no, it ended up being Butler. I'm sorry, I was about to talk about Ethan Wall there.
Hold us down. Kick is up, and it is good. Osage goes in front, 7-0. We'll take a break. Come back with the kickoff after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
When you're looking for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency are big factors too. At DeGraff and Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll receive very competitive pricing on the industry-leading Air Ease products. Every Air Ease product is built on 80 years of experience, testing, and research. Servicing the Lake and Jefferson City areas for nearly 15 years, DeGraff and Reed Heating and Cooling for reliable products offered by reliable people called DeGraff and Reed Heating and Cooling.
This is America, where football means football.
There's only one place to hear Osage Indians football. Back to the game on your Indians hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Bolivar, Missouri, Craig on alongside Steve Adams. Osage punching it in the end zone, going up 7-0. And Steve, Bolivar has it inside the 10-yard line. They throw it. Osage picks it off in the end zone. A third down and short, a huge completion from Trusty to Butler. And Osage swings the game just on those plays alone. What do you have as far as the scoring drive?
Okay, I've got a new spreadsheet I'm playing with here. 7 total plays, 5 runs, 2 passes. What we start at the 18-yard line, so about 82-yard drive there, and time of possession I didn't get, but that was an impressive drive there.
The kick is away, and it is just a little pooch kick, and immediately fielded there at the 40. So maybe they didn't like what they saw there on the previous kick. But that is where Bolivar will take over. A bit of a shorter field here to start this drive at the 41-yard line. 4:30 left to go. I know the clock is wrong on here. I'll let it catch up, and then I'll start it back up. Good drive there from the Indians. Great big play there from Trusty to Colt Butler. And then Arrowwood punching it in for the first time this season. No, Arrowwood has got some family listening, so great job by him on that drive. Punching it in, the exclamation point on the first touchdown of the season. Second drive of the night for Bolivar. They got 2 receivers outright. This is a handoff. Goes up the middle. Good collapse there from the Indians. A gain of about 4 before they're brought down. 2 or 3 Indians there, including Robert Dubbs, Jaden Wilkes, and Drake Williams. Chapel Banner, the junior quarterback, leading this offense down the field. Now they go no huddle. Got 2 receivers out to the right. Got his running back, Jackson, right next to him, and Jackson will get the handoff, looking to get out to the edge. Grabbed by Wilkes and drugged down just short of the first down marker. They're going to say third down and very short here.
Yeah, after that interception here, Bolivar coming back with a couple, back-to-back runs here, just trying to settle things down a bit. We'll call it third down and 1.
Banner in the shotgun. Osage showing blitz. And they bring it. Running back hitting the backfield. Jackson does not get the yardage for it. And the linebackers get back there and take him down. So fourth down and short right at midfield. What does Bolivar want to do here?
That's I'm thinking you got to kick this ball and let your defense shine here. But you give them Osage a pretty short field when they already have momentum.
Yeah, I think you try and draw them off sides here first maybe, and then maybe take the penalty or then kick it away. Oh, you ran that fourth down in one play earlier where you moved the tight end.
That's true.
Into
That was
motion.
pretty effective.
We'll see what happens here. Banner back in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off. This is Jackson looking to get right to left. He's going to get enough for the first down. And past midfield, people pushing the pile. I thought they were trying to cut this out this season. They didn't want that. They didn't want that going on. He comes out of the pile and wants to move downfield, but referees blow it dead. It's enough for a first down, and Bolivar will keep the chains moving on fourth down.
Needed 1, got about 4, and that is a coaching staff just showing confidence in your young men and saying, hey, we need this play. We need to get momentum back here. You've got it, and they took advantage.
First down and 10 now. I think the clock is correct on your MoSportsZone stream. Banner got 3 receivers out, takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to the right. Looking to get into space is Jackson, but that space is immediately clogged up by 2 Indians. And he's brought back, I think that's Grant Wilson and Ethan Wall with the tackle there on Jackson.
Going to keep that ball right where no gain there, it looks like.
Osage out in front, 7-0, winding this first quarter down here under 2 minutes to go. Bolivar getting the play from the sideline.
Again, that's 5 straight runs for the Liberators after really mixed it up.
After throwing an interception on the last pass.
Indeed.
Banner and the pistol now. Wide receivers in tight. Man in motion. Now swings around. Fakes the handoff to him. Looking to get a swing pass out to him. Banner's going to have to get rid of it and does so out of bounds. Good pursuit of the quarterback. Good coverage in the flats. They brought that receiver out and then tried to get a swing pass out to him, but the Osage defense read it and covered him up quickly. Now it's third down and 10 at the Osage 43-yard line.
You know, we last year just bragged so much about how strong and stingy our defense was. Here's a chance. Shut down this possession. Give the offense the ball here. Let's see what we can make happen.
It's a little hurtful because you never talk about how strong and stingy I am.
Well,
you talk about how stingy I am.
Yeah, it's not so much strong.
4 wide receivers out, man in motion right to left for Banner. Takes the snap. Looking to get a screen pass out. They do. Blocking not quite there. First initial hit made. Stays on his feet, though. And then still on his feet. Looking to get past the first down marker. Does so. So Osage had the play sniffed out. And then hustle, just pure hustle. Kept his legs moving, picked up the first down, and that's a big third down conversion on those missed tackles.
You talk about a young man who just was not going to go down. I'm not going to go down, and it looked like the play was dead. It looked like the play was over, and honestly, I thought, man, we have defended that screen pretty well.
Yeah, that's what
and
I was
all of a sudden,
say.
it just kept going.
Yeah, I was going to say that's pretty good defense on that screen. Unfortunately, it was pretty bad tackling on the screen. 2 wide receivers out for Banner. He's got Jackson next to him. And there's the handoff, looking to get the right side. Big hole over there. Gets to the second level, hit from behind by Wall, but it's a gain of 9 before Jackson's taken down. And Bolivar is driving once again into the red zone.
Second down and 1, although it's a pretty short one here.
Handoff to Jackson again, looking right side. And they feel like they've got something over there, and it's enough for a first down.
Spotting the ball. the 14-yard line, it looks like.
Be 1st and 10 inside the 15. Clock running.
Gain of 6 on that one.
We'll see if they want to run the clock down here. 10 seconds left as they get the play in from the sideline. And they will, and that's how this first quarter is going to come to a close. It's going to be 7-0 School of the Osage. Bolivar is driving. We'll switch fields, come back with the start of the second quarter after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
When it comes to your safety, hire the best. Elite Security Services delivers professional, highly trained security for your business, condominium, home, or event. Backed by years of law enforcement and military experience, their team offers unmatched protection you can trust. Elite sets the standard for excellence in private security. Call 573-280-8018 today to discuss your security needs. That's 573-280-8018. Elite Security Services. Protection, precision, peace of mind.
Polylift boat lifts. In 1975, Gerald Ford was president, gas was 53 cents a gallon, and Saturday Night Live debuted. It's also the year Polylift Boat Lifts was born. 50 years later, Polylift is still the best boat lift you can own. Trust Polylift, built with quality and integrity for 50 years. Remember, for the last 50 years and the next 50 to come, you know what they say.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build Polylifts.
This is Osage Indians Football. Here's the call of the game on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Bolivar, Missouri, Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams, Chris Boom Boom Cannon back in the studio for us as it is the season opener for School of the Osage. 1 quarter of play in the books down here at Bolivar. And after 12 minutes, Osage has a 7-0 lead. Bolivar with their second possession of the night, and they have once again driven inside the red zone. On their first possession, they threw an interception inside the 10-yard line, and then Osage went down the field and scored. Let's see what Bolivar can do on this possession. 3 receivers out left for Banner. The Liberators take the snap. He's looking for something underneath. Now here comes the pressure. Grant Wilson providing it. Ball flipped up and incomplete. Good coverage down the field there. Good pursuit by Wilson. And that'll bring up 2nd down now.
Hey, I want to compliment Banner here. He's doing a pretty good job under pressure. I know we can kind of go back to that interception that he threw under duress here, but Osage is bringing it, and he's doing a good job swinging out left or right and finding a safe place to put the ball generally.
I don't want to be that guy, Steve, but you've had a lot of success running the ball on this drive. It felt kind of weird coming out and seen him throw on 1st down there, but I guess that's probably the safest down to throw there. 2nd down, 4 wide receivers out. Takes the snap, play action, gets it inside to his man, but a quick hit there and quickly brought down that Schreiman with the tackle, and that's only a gain of 1, so that'll make it 2nd down and 9 at the 13-yard line. And again, going to the air when you've run the ball down the field and had a lot of success running the football.
5, 6, 7 runs on this drive, getting you to that place.
567 runs. Is that what you're saying? I don't count them, so I don't know if that's right or not. It seems like a lot.
7 runs for a total of 28 yards on the ground.
That
Here's
makes more
what I've
sense.
got.
That makes more sense. But not the last 2 plays. And now you're in 3rd down and long, so this probably isn't a run play, right?
They don't let me call the plays.
And it's going to be a run. Up the middle, good block, but grabbed and brought down from behind. That's Christian Herring that made that tackle. And now it is 4th down.
9-yard line, gain of 4 on that one.
4th down and 5 for Bolivar here.
Yeah, in a position where, hey, you got to make plays. You know, you can chew up yards, but you're in the shadow of the end zone. You need to score here. And we don't know anything really about the Liberators' kicking game, but it doesn't look like they're interested in even talking about that.
No, not at all. 4 wide receivers out for Bolivar. Banner takes the snap, has his man wide open over the middle, and gets it to him for the touchdown. We both saw it, and it seems like Banner was the last player to see it. But once he did, the touchdown was easy in the end zone. Wide open.
Yeah, he was open for a long time. I mean, you know, when I see it, you know they are open. My goodness. he had all day long. We saw it before the quarterback saw it, and he still had time to deliver it. I think he heard us say it.
Yeah, I blame us.
We get the assist, I guess. We
you're going to take
we don't want
credit?
the assist on that.
I'm trying to take the blame for it. You're trying to take credit for it, and that's the difference. Hard count, and that's the first flag of the night as Maverick draws the Liberators offsides. Good to go now, Chris. Thanks. So that'll make it first down and 5. And how many times did we see Maverick Trusty do that last season, Steve?
Hey.
No, I want the actual number.
I'll get back to you. Well done. And, the Liberators had to prepare for that. That's just part of regular practice, and Trusty's just such a pro. Just such a veteran in his position.
So 1st and 5, this handoff goes to Drake Williams, right side. And there's that stutter step into the second level, breaks a tackle, gets a block downfield from Schreiman. Cross the 50, 40, pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Hey, great job by just changing directions, being patient, using those blocks, letting defenders get in their own way. That was a great piece of running by Drake Williams there. And, I love how I gave a little criticism last week about Drake maybe seeing like he's a little reckless with the ball, but he did a good job of taking care of the rock in that possession, switching arms when we need to switch arms, and that's what we need to see from the young man.
10:03 left to go here in the second quarter, brought to you by American Sun Control. Osage with the ball, driving down the field now. This is Maverick back in the pistol, takes the snap, hands this one off to Arrowwood up the middle, and he's just trying to go through guys, and this time picks up 2, puts the ball right at the 30-yard line. Arrowwood is not shy about what he wants to do, Steve, when he has the football. He wants to go through people. Drake wants to go around them. I'm like Drake. Who are you like? I don't want to go.
I tell you what, we talked to some fans, some big fans of Brock coming in here, and they just talked about he just can sniff out the hole. He does a good job of just knowing where to take the rock.
This time, Brock takes the snap, looking for the right side, and can't quite find the hole over there, and he is brought down. No gain, so that's 3rd down and 7 now for the Indians on this drive.
Big important conversion here. Every third down's an important conversion, but when you've got your opponent who just answered here, tying the score 7-7, we want to grab this momentum back. Last thing we want to do is give them the ball here. You'll be looking for the ball to be in the air. Let's see what Coach has drawn up.
3 wide receivers out left or right, including Drake. Maverick rolls out to the right. Now flips it back to Arrowwood. He's got blockers down the field. Setting up the screen. Arrowwood, second level, has one guy to beat. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They run everyone to the right and then bring Arrowwood back to the left. He has 3 big blockers downfield, and they put it in the end zone for a touchdown.
Gain of 33 on that one for the touchdown, and nice to see the young man, Brock Arrowwood, in the open field, right? We've seen him just trying to carry the ball between the tackles there, and he found some open space, and I don't envy the position of the defenders there trying to find a way to bring him down.
Second touchdown of the night for Arrowwood. Clark in to kick the extra point. It is up, and it is good. That puts Osage back out in front. 14-7, a huge third down conversion for a touchdown for Osage. We'll come back. Osage set to kick it away to Bolivar. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
No pressure, low prices.
Hi, this is Jason at Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC in Camdenton. I want to tell you about our award-winning collision repair department. We can repair any make or model and make it look like new. Our staff is second to none and works hard to get you back on the road as fast as possible. We offer free transportation for your convenience and peace of mind during the repair. Come see us today for all of your collision repair needs at Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC in Camdenton.
No pressure, low prices. That's the way we do it. Shop Hewlett. ShopHewlett.com.
This is America, where football means football.
There's only one place to hear Osage Indians football. Back to the game. On your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Bolivar, Missouri, second touchdown of the night for the Indians, second touchdown of the night for Arrowwood. Steve, what do you have for the drive summary?
Hey, just a drive of 4 plays, 62 yards, 3 runs for 34 yards, but the big one was that short pass from Trusty to Arrowwood for 33 yards and a touchdown, and to make the score 14-7.
Beautifully designed play. You bring everyone over to the right, and then you throw it back left for the screen to Arrowwood, and he takes it in. And I tell you what, great pass by Trusty, great catch by Arrowwood, and then those moves in the open field by Brock. We said off the air he could have been tackled a few times, so great moves by him to put it in the end zone. Nice job there by the Indian offense. Kick is away, fielded at the 10-yard line. And now hit from behind and brought down just shy of the 35-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10 at the 33 for Bolivar here. 8:31 left to go here in this second quarter, brought to you by American Sun Control. This will be the 3rd possession of the night for the Liberators. Interception in the end zone on their first drive, and then punched it in on their second possession.
I want to go back to that previous touchdown. I thought it was just a play that was not just well executed, but well drawn up. It seems like the attention was to the right of the field with the receivers, and just Trusty kind of, played it well, turned to the left, dropped it right there in Arrowwood's hands, and he just did the rest.
Yeah, everybody did their jobs perfectly there. This is Banner now, once again back out on the field to lead this Liberator offense. 2 wide receivers out. He's got Jackson. No, he's got another guy. He's got another wide receiver coming off the sideline now.
Oh,
it's the guy who just came on the field. He didn't even know the play, Steve. How's he supposed to know what we're going on?
We're going to back him up about 5. Take that to the 28, I think.
Mean, I can't blame him for that. He ran on the field. He doesn't know what count it's on. Someone fill him in. Be 1st and 15 now after that.
You get in the game, you get your chance, and, well,
yeah,
that's not exactly how you dreamed up that moment.
Yeah. Again, I'm not blaming him.
I bet somebody is.
No, I'm sure. 1st and 15, 8:31 left to go here in the second. Brought to you by American Sun Control. 2 wide receivers out for Banner. Man in motion, right to left. Takes the snap. Play action to Jackson. Now looking for a receiver, but he goes down to the ground as he catches it. So that's going to be a stoppage of that play after the completion. A gain of about 10 or 11. So get the penalty yards back and a bit more to set up 2nd down and short for the Liberators.
2nd and 3, they're saying here next to us. I had that for a gain of 13 there. Nice catch and slide there. And that's how you respond to a penalty. Gain 13, put yourself in a position to get the first down, which in short yardage.
Under 8 minutes to go here in the quarter. Banner, man in motion. And the man in motion gets hit with the ball. Banner winds up with it, and he is immediately run into the pile and brought down. So they bring that man into motion, and then he actually gets hit with the snap. So a little bit of a miscommunication there. Banner, heady play, winds up with it, tries to make something out of it, but he's quickly brought down. And now it is third down and 5 or 6 here. 5, I'd say.
Oh, yeah, they put that back. We looked at the 30, 39, you said?
30-39. So another third down play here for this Indian defense. Let's see what they can do. Bolivar looking to convert. Takes the snap. Now there's the handoff. In the backfield, hit behind the line of scrimmage and brought down for a loss. Good pursuit by the Osage defense. And that'll bring up 4th down and long, and Bolivar probably going to be forced to punt after that tackle.
What a great stop. You know, again, they come out with a penalty. They respond with a 13-yard gain, 2nd and short. Everything's looking good for the Liberators. And then the miscue, and that's what we saw a little bit last year, right? Just any momentum they would have a miscue, and they had the miscommunication on the snap there, and then just great defense there by the Indians to force them into, is this their first punt of the night? I want to feel like it is.
Schreiman back to receive for the Indians. Snap is back. Kick is away. Schreiman going to let that one bounce, and it goes out of bounds. It was 6:18 left to go here in the quarter. Maverick Trusty and the Osage offense will come back out to take over. What was this, 4th time tonight, 3rd time tonight?
That's their 3rd possession.
3rd possession tonight, yeah. So. Scored touchdowns on their first 2. Brock Arrowwood punched it in. And then the Trusty to Arrowwood connection for the long touchdown on the screen pass. Beautifully set up by the Indians. 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
I love what we saw on the last drive. Just showed that the Indians are explosive. You got to be ready every play.
This handoff goes to Arrowwood. He's looking right side, tries to spin off the initial tackle. Might be a loss of 1 or back to the line of scrimmage there. Credit where it's due. It's been kind of hit or miss on when Bolivar has been able to get that initial hit at the line of scrimmage. They've been able to make a couple stops here. And that time they do there on Arrowwood. But it's that aggression that Maverick and this offense took advantage of with that touchdown on the last play.
Yeah, those carries by Arrowwood keep the defense honest for sure. They're important, even though they don't show up in the stat book. Got to move it again. Not across the line, though. No flag thrown. Timeout?
Yeah, I think so. I think Osage will take a timeout, so we'll take a timeout as well. Osage out in front this timeout, brought to you by First Bank of the Lake. 5:39 left to go here in the second quarter. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
End of summer savings are here. Fire up the grill with special recipe brats. 8 for just $10. Kraft cheese, 2 for $5. Coke or Pepsi 12 packs, only $4.99. And don't miss juicy peaches, just $1.98 a pound. Celebrate the season with Star Spangled Savings at HighV.com and in Osage Beach, Jefferson City, Columbia, and Springfield.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
This is Osage Indians Football. Here's the call of the game on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Timeout taken by the Indians here. 5:39 left to go in the second quarter. 2nd down and 10 coming up for School of the Osage, their 3rd drive of the night. Looked like Maverick was trying to draw the Liberators off sides, and when they didn't like what they saw there, they went ahead and called the timeout. You can't take them with you, Steve.
Indeed. Hey, I want to say that so far, we got just under 6 minutes left. This half it's scripting out pretty well for the Indians here. They got an opportunity to drain this clock going into halftime with a long drive and maybe extend their lead in a good place.
Maverick in the pistol, takes the snap, hands it off. Drake Williams left side, looking for a block, now gets it, switches hands with the football. Flag down in the middle of the field. Drake comes off a hit, now going to be knocked out of bounds, stays in bounds. And that's going to be a gain of 10, but the flag is down. We'll see what the call is there. Middle of the field. Usually not good for the offense. And it is a hold on the offense, so that'll bring the Indians back. And it looked like that where that flag was thrown, usually spot foul type situation, pretty far away from where the play was happening, Steve.
Yes, indeed. And I tell you, another good piece of running by Drake Williams. Just his ability to freeze a defender with just his stop and juke. And, man, it is fun to watch.
Reminds me of me.
Putting the ball back on the 26-yard line, it looks like.
Look at this. Froze you,
It was so fast I didn't see it.
Froze you. Clock running, under 5.5 to go. Maverick, play action, looking to throw. That one's going to be picked off by Bolivar, and a good heads-up play there from Arrowwood to make the tackle. Maverick was looking downfield, and that was actually Schreiman who was open further down the field. It was his man that came up, read that play, comes up with the INT, and will give Bolivar good field position just outside the red zone here.
What did I say about things lining up well for Osage there?
Why'd you say anything?
Well, I thought you gave me this headset. I thought I was supposed to say some things.
What we got going on here, Steve? What's happening?
I think it's catered.
Wow.
We're getting some food brought in. That is awesome. My beautiful bride coming in the press box here. Hey, can you hand your headset off to her, please?
More than happy. First down and 10 at the 22. Bolivar a chance to tie this one up. 5:12 left to go here in the second quarter, brought to you by American Sun Control. And Bolivar wants to take a look at it. They're going to take a timeout coming out of that turnover. We'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Dooley Red Door has been a trusted name around the lake area for dependable and quality garage doors. Our business is continually growing, and we are looking for motivated, energetic individuals to join our team. With an outstanding reputation, Dooley Overhead Doors needs more installers that are trustworthy, have reliable transportation, can pass the drug test, and help build our company here at the lake. Please send your resume to dooleydoors@socket.net or call 573-348-4399.
Let's get back to the action of Osage Indians football. Here's the call of the game on your Indians hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Bolivar, Missouri, Liberators and Indians. Bolivar with the pickoff of the Maverick trusty throw, and they take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line, trying to punch it into the end zone and tie this one up.
Did you say it was Arrowwood with that tackle there?
Yeah.
Because I thought, man, this is a pick six. Yeah. It was coming back the other way pretty quick. So great tackle, game kind of altering tackle there for sure.
Heady play, Banner, man in motion, left to right. He'll take the snap, looking to throw. Here comes the blitz. They get it out to the running back in the flat, but Osage swarms immediately. First hit, and then Wilkes makes the tackle, bringing him down. Gain of about 3 or 4, they're going to say, with forward progress. But once that initial hit was made, the Indian defense did a good job of collapsing down on the runner and bringing him down without any further gain. Second down and 6 coming up.
Nice pop by Wilkes. Love to see him out there.
Of course, he got hurt towards the end of last year, wound up missing a couple of the games down the stretch at the end, but he was a big part of this Indian defense throughout the first part of the season. 3 wide receivers outright, now brought in tight. Banner hands it off. This is Jackson. Gets a step, spins off the line of scrimmage, but into 2 Indians. And it's going to be 3rd down and 1 for this Bolivar offense. Wilkes with the tackle once again. So a big 3rd down play coming up here for Bolivar.
Very short one, says the field announcer here.
Snap to Jackson, looking right side, has a hole, breaks a tackle at the goal line, and they're going to give it to him into the end zone for a touchdown.
I'll tell you what, kind of reminds me of what Aiden Williams would do to a team a year ago. Just wear you down. I'm just going to keep handing you the ball. Jackson is pounding until it just breaks us on that drive. Had the short field, of course.
Yeah. Good starting field position helps. But that was my first thought, too, whenever he broke the tackle and just kept his legs moving. We saw that so many times last season with Aiden Williams. 3:46 left to go here. Extra point pending. 14-13 lead for the Indians right now. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it is good. Bolivar ties this one up. 14-14. We'll take a break, come back with the kickoff after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
With Smarter Move Real Estate Group, powered by Ozark Realty. Now is the time to make the smarter move, and let me help you with your real estate needs. Whether you are buying or selling at the Lake of the Ozarks or anywhere in mid-Missouri, call me, Anna Marie, at 573-544-3587. I can prove there's a smarter move.
She can prove there's a smarter move.
This is America, where football means football.
There's only one place to hear Osage Indians football. Back to the game on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Bolivar, Missouri, the Liberators come up with the interception off the Indians, get the short field, and then they put it in the end zone to tie this one up at 14 all with 3:46 left to go here in the second quarter, brought to you by American Sun Control.
Had a short field there. 3 plays for 22 yards, 2 runs, 18 yards there, 9 yards a pop there. Had the one pass for 4 yards. So, again, taking advantage of a mistake made, and now the Indians have to answer.
Drake Williams back to receive for the Indians. Schreiman, and I'm not sure who the other up man is there. I think it's Butler, maybe. And Drake is going to take it, get a step. He's hit at the 35. Piles being pushed around, and he's brought down. A little bit of a miscommunication there between Butler and Drake on who was going to come down with that one. So Drake takes it and brings it up to about the 35, right at the 35. And that's where the Indians will take over.
Senior stepping up and saying, hey, I'll take this one.
That's what you always do with me. Always.
What do I take?
My lunch money.
So I'm a bully. Is that what it is?
Parking spot. Maverick takes the snap, hands this one off to Drake, going right to left, being chased down by the linebacker. There's a flag in the middle of the field, and Drake is knocked out of bounds. Past the first down marker, we'll see what the flag is.
Well, I know who Bolivar thinks the flag is. They're pointing Osage way. Let's see. Did you catch the signal?
Not yet. About it. And it is going to be a hold on the Indians. Remember last year at this game, you had your iPad app that had all the penalties on it?
Oh, it wasn't helpful.
We couldn't, yeah.
I
wasn't going to say that. Everything you do is very helpful. That app, though, I don't know.
And I thought about bringing it back this year, and I even played with it a little bit.
Out of retirement?
Yeah, and then they did some updates and such, and then I decided, nope, we're not gonna do that.
They had every penalty under the sun.
Yeah. So here we go. They're taking the ball back to the 28-yard line. So that penalty looks like it's going to cost us 7 yards.
It's going to be 1st and 17 for the Indians here.
Look at you. Huh?
Maverick back in the pistol. Got one wide receiver out. Takes the snap, play action to Arrowwood. Looking to get it to Butler, and he does so. Past the first down marker, brought down right at midfield. And that's Colt Butler running a good route, and Maverick putting a laser strike on him.
Hey, that's magic right there. That's, your quarterback threw an interception the last time he threw the ball. Hey, we have confidence in you. That's not going to define you are tonight. And Maverick with a short memory coming up with a big conversion, 23 yards, throwing that ball down the field.
Well, we've said that so many times about Maverick and basketball, just the short memory and doesn't focus on the negative. This time the handoff goes to Drake on the right side. He breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage before picking up a few yards to get into Bolivar territory.
45-yard line, gain of 4 there, as you said. 2nd down and 6. Drake, man, I tell you, he's got his energy, his stamina. It just seems endless.
Under 3 minutes to go here. Handoff goes to Arrowwood. Hard up the middle. He's hit immediately and then picked up and slammed back. And I thought that was a penalty. Maybe it's not at the high school level, but I know that is a penalty at the professional level. You cannot do that. Suplexes are not allowed, Steve.
That's unfortunate. Actually, I think it's pretty good for the players here. 3rd down, as you said. We're going to call it 3rd down and what'd they say, 5?
Yeah, I think 5. At the 44.
Big play here for both teams. See if Bolivar can get the ball back. Osage wants to continue their drive down the field. Maverick takes the snap, hands it off to Drake, right side. Gets a block, now going up the middle, hit right just before the first down marker, and he's brought down. It'll be 4th down and 1. We'll see what Coach Jolly wants to do. 2 minutes on the clock here in the second quarter, brought to you by American Sun Control. Just before halftime, Osage set to receive the kickoff at the start of the third.
What do you think, Coach Allen? What are you doing here with 4th and a half a yard?
Oh, you go for it here. You go for it. You have enough faith in this offense and this team. You may not get it, but you feel like you're good.
Enough faith in your defense as well that they can protect you here.
Maverick under center.
Trying to draw him with the count here.
Yeah, and then Coach Jolly will take a timeout. So, I mean, that could have been predicted as well. We could have said that. We knew that. We've seen enough to know, right?
Well, I mean, that was obvious. It goes without saying, as they say.
Well, so we didn't say it. Because it goes without saying.
Even though that's our job to say things.
Nah, we should have said it.
Yeah.
Should have said it. So that'll stop the clock here. This timeout brought to you by First Bank of the Lake. We'll keep it here as we're close to halftime. Of course, you're going to want to come back at halftime as I will introduce the halftime segment for this football season and the punishment for the segment for Steve Adams for this football season. It should be a fun one. I'm excited to announce it. Of course, Steve has no idea.
I'm clueless.
Well, okay, but you also don't know.
And you did tell me that it's the brainchild. You said it was your idea along with Kelsey's idea, and you said that Chris Boom Boom back at the station had some input there, which here's how I'm going to interpret that. I think it was Kelsey and Chris's idea. I think you had very little to do with this.
I get no credit. No, I put it out there, and then my fiance was more than happy to elaborate on it. And then I called Chris and I said, "Can we do this?" And Chris was like, "I think we can do this."
Hey, I'm not worried because Kelsey is such a
she's so sweet
individual
to
that
you.
I know that I'm safe. I'm not going to be hurt too bad.
She was very mad last week after the Jamboree that I did not stop for food for you. And I told her, I said, "We have food at home, Kelsey. Why would I stop for him?"
But you never invite me to your home.
That's
so
true.
that doesn't work out very well.
4th down and short here for the Indians. Maverick takes a snap, keeps it. He's going to run it himself. Looking to bootleg. They're going to throw a flag out on the corner. I think he gets enough for the first down.
But that's going to be against, right? I mean, my gut tells me that's going to cost us. What a play call. Yeah, we got the holding here.
Yeah, the hold on the offense, and that's going to negate the run from Maverick. So not something that we saw a whole lot last season from Maverick, and there he does it. Keeps it himself, goes out on the bootleg, and then they get the hold out on the edge. Of course, they don't announce the numbers. It's not like they have them mic'd up like at the collegiate and pro level, but holding on somebody, likely going to set up a punt for the Indians here as they will try and shut down this Bolivar offense before halftime.
Yeah, that cost us 9 yards there. That hurt for sure. So we are setting up for the punt as you called, as you predicted. Timeout, official timeout, it looks like.
As opposed to all the unofficial timeouts we've taken.
Getting some clarification maybe here for the Bolivar coach. So that's 3 significant holding penalties here against the Indians that have
just on the last 2 drives. The first set of plays for the Indians are pretty clean, but you know what? It kind of needs to be said, Steve, that when you and I left the Jamboree last week, we both mentioned how many penalties were called during the Jamboree alone. It felt like there were more flags at times than actual plays run, and we put like a pin in that as a pause for concern.
And I don't want to make excuses for anybody, but, you know, when you've got the quarterback coming out kind of on a, keeper out to the left, that puts you, it's a tough blocking assignment, but that's your job. You got to make it happen.
Yeah.
But a bold call. That kind of play can blow up in your face, right, when it doesn't work out well. But, hey, it worked. Aside from the penalty, he had the yards, he had the conversion. Definitely surprised me.
Bringing back the flash of hair nickname, Steve. Moves like that from Maverick. The magician, flash of hair.
Yes.
You know, we roll out the nicknames a lot more in basketball than we do in football.
There's so many. Many players.
I tell you what, by next Friday night, we will have nicknames for all 22 starters. And I tell you what,
it will be the same nickname.
I'm going to be benevolent. You can do it.
Oh, that's so kind of you.
All right, 4th down and long here for the Indians right at midfield. Maverick back to punt. Snap goes back to him, and he kicks it away. Ball goes off to the right. It's going to bounce and then go out of bounds. So it'll be 1:17 left to go here as Bolivar takes over. They'll have 2 timeouts and 1:17 to work with. Second quarter brought to you by American Sun Control.
Osage, that was their first punt of the night, right? They had the one interception there that hurt him, and then they had the punt there, scored in the other 2 possessions. Here we go, big drive, 1:17. Let's see how aggressive the Liberator's going to be here with this much time on the clock.
3 wide receivers out for Banner. Comes up, changes the coverage. The blocking, excuse me. Looking for a man downfield.
He's got some pressure.
Not going to be flushed out of the pocket. Throws it way down the field, and Arrowwood. Oh, man.
He's going to want that one back.
Yeah, I mean, he threw it right at him, Steve, and it just bounces off Brock Arrowwood's hands. And that would have been a huge turnover there.
And you give the ball like that to Brock Arrowwood in the open field, he's going to be coming back the other direction and making you pay. He's gonna wake up tonight dreaming about that one.
I might have nightmares about that. Tough drop there, but Arrowwood's got to bounce back here. Good defense.
Yeah.
For what it's worth. Yeah, good pass rush, kind of flushing Banner out of the pocket and forcing him to make that tough throw. And it was that tough throw that led to, and it looks like there was a penalty on the play as well.
We missed some yellow, didn't we? Yeah, so we're going back on that play. So it could have been an interception, should have been an interception. It's going to cost them what we're taking that ball back to. Looks like
maybe 10 yards back. I think this is holding at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd down and 20? 23, they say. So holding in the backfield there. Banner takes a snap. He's just going to hand this one off to Jackson now. Jackson looking to get to the right side. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and knocked back for 2nd down. That'll keep the clock running. Osage can only stop the clock one more time. They got 1 timeout, so Bolivar likely set to just run this clock down here to halftime. See if they want to try and move the ball towards the end zone at all.
Certainly want to be careful about, that going back for the deep pass, put your quarterback in a tough position here, deep in his own end of the field.
Banner has 2 wide receivers outright. 30 seconds left. Takes the snap. It's a high snap. Flares it out to his man, trying to get a block downfield. Setting up the quick wide receiver screen. They get just enough to get the penalty yards back as they try and move down the field for a 1st down. Don't quite get it. Clock keeps moving. Under 15 seconds to go here. Bolivar will take a timeout with 8 seconds left to go. We'll go ahead and keep it here, though. Trying to draw something up to get the ball down the field. Of course, a defensive penalty stops the clock, so not out of the realm of possibility that Bolivar could get something here.
Well, the play they just drew up was the play you needed to draw up, right? It was, one of those, hey, the quick pass, let's get it out of the backfield. We don't want to put our quarterback in a position where he's going to get sacked here close to the end zone or put him in a position where he's going to make a bad decision and they get an interception coming back the other way that close to scoring. So well-drawn-up play, well-executed, puts them in a position here. Not a lot of time left. What are they going to do here? 3rd and 5, that's kind of irrelevant when you have 8 seconds on the clock here.
If score tied up at 14, Bolivar trying to put more points up here before the end of the half. Osage probably just going to move to their prevent defense. Banner back in the pocket. He's got 4 wide receivers out. Man in motion right to left. Takes the snap. Get a quick snap out or snapped pass out to the right side. Trying to get him out into space. Tackled inbounds. And that will be likely how the half ends. It's enough for a 1st down, so the clock stops on that. But the referee will wind the clock here as soon as they set the ball down, and that should be the end of the half. Unless he was knocked out of bounds. Then it won't be, Steve.
Well, that makes sense.
I shouldn't have to break this all down.
Gain of 7. First down and 10.
There you go. Wind the clock, and that's it. Score's going to be tied up at 14 after 2. We'll take a break, come back with the Hy-Vee halftime show, and get you set for the second half of action. After that, oh, hang on. Let's not go yet.
What are we doing?
Coach for Bolivar wants an explanation on something. I think he thought that his player got knocked out of bounds over there, Steve. And what happened was he stayed in bounds, and the coach wasn't aware. Okay, yeah, so we are going to go to halftime. Hy-Vee halftime show coming up. We'll take a break, come back, break down the first half, get you set for the second. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
This school season, get on your game at the UPS store in Osage Beach, next to Deerberg's. They print it all. Invites, books, promos, cards, and ship it anywhere. Military and small business discounts.
Totally.
Package pickup.
For sure.
Open 7 days a week. Proud supporters of the Osage Indians, Hamdenton Lakers, and Lake Second Home owners. The UPS store. Be unstoppable. Visit theupsstore.com and look for Osage Beach or call 573-365-6991.
Fiber Steel Boat Lifts, delivering quality boat lifts that won't sink your budget for over 35 years. Proudly backing our Camdenton Lakers and Osage Indians, Fiber Steel covers the entire lake. Military discounts? You bet. Easy online shopping at lakeboatlifts.com? Absolutely. Or just tell your smartphone to call Fiber Steel Boat Lifts. There's only one, just past Bridal Cave on Old 5. Look for the palm trees. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Call, click, or come in. Fiber Steel Boat Lifts. They've got your boat covered.
Tired of settling for low CD rates at your bank? Lock in a great rate at First Bank of the Lake today. We offer some of the best CD rates in the nation. CDs make saving a cinch. They combine security with great investment returns. Don't miss out. Maximize your savings with a secure, high-yield CD. Check out our rates at fblake.bank and lock in a great CD rate today with First Bank of the Lake. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
Dude, she said yes. What are we doing for homecoming?
No worries, bro. We're getting a limo from Z's Limo Service. Tons of room. It's gonna be epic.
Arrive in style with Z's Limo Service, or rent the party bus for your game, concert, or event. Z's Auto Rentals has the vehicle that best fits your needs, and they're easy to work with. Just call 573-365-2366. Z's Limo Service and Auto Rental. 573-365-2366.
Wild Ozark Flowers is where beauty meets horsepower. A full-service florist with locally grown blooms, custom bouquets, and resin keepsakes, plus a one-of-a-kind flower bar for creating something personal. And while the arrangements are being crafted, Ration Supply motorcycle gear is right there for riders who live the lifestyle. Delivery available, or stop by behind Starbucks in the Stonecrest Mall. Wild Ozark Flowers, 573-552-8420.
Rock Island Insurance, the pro team for your insurance needs. At Rock Island, they keep you on track with coverage you can afford for home, vehicle, property, casualty, and life. Juke the big hits. And let Rock Island Insurance block the way when it comes to your insurance needs. A proud supporter of our Osage Indians. Look them up online and Facebook. Rock Island Insurance, keeping you on track. This is Osage Indians Football on KQUL Lake Ozark. It's the Hy-Vee halftime show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Bolivar, Missouri, Hy-Vee halftime show. Craig on alongside Steve Adams. Chris Boom Boom Cannon back in the studio for us. And after 2 quarters of play, we are tied up at 14. 14 all. Bolivar and Osage. Turnovers for each team wind up being a huge factor, taking points off the board, putting points on the board. Steve, what do you have as far as stats and drive summaries and everything like that for both teams?
Yeah, so Osage getting the ball. They had 4 possessions here, and the first 2 result in scores. Had the rushing touchdown there, 7-yard drive there, 82 yards. Big, just opening drive for them, and then they had the touchdown. The second possession was then also a touchdown. In the air, though, this time 62-yard drive. And then things kind of turned sour for them. We had the interception there on the 3rd drive, and then we had to punt on the 4th drive. You go on the other side of the ball with the Liberators. They kind of are a little inverse here, where they start out their first possession resulted in interception. They followed that up with a 13-yard drive for 61 yards and a passing touchdown. Then the third possession was a punt, and then that final possession on the short field there after the Osage interception, they get the touchdown. So 14-14. You're looking at trying to see what other numbers we've got. I'll take a look at Osage. 12 runs for 57 yards is what I have, just a little less than 5 yards a rush. I'm not sure this looks right here. I got 4 passes for 124 yards. So we'll have to check that out and see if that's right. That's big for them. So got a little program here I'm using, made up myself, and trying to make this work. But I tell you, aside from the numbers, we anticipated that this would feel different tonight than it did a year ago. And we anticipated we might find a battle here, and that's exactly what we have here. 2 Giants on the field exchanging blows, and it's been fun to watch so far. Which team is going to rise above the mistakes, rise above the errors, and take over this game? Third quarter will tell us.
Yeah, that's going to be the question. And as we spoke about in that second quarter, as it kind of wore on, maybe the Indians kind of getting tired, the offensive penalties started to rack up. A couple first downs called back because of holding penalties on School of the Osage. And those are things that it goes without saying you just can't have happen. You got to have a better sense of discipline, but you're taking first downs off the board and moving the ball back and just putting yourself in a tough situation. You want to make sure that you're playing clean, just kind of keeping your hands not out and just kind of block your guy. It's easier said than done. Of course, I'm standing up here in the press box, but you gotta curtail the penalties because you're certainly not going to win with them.
Well, there's some conversations happening in the locker room about just exactly that. Oh, in the end zone, yeah, they didn't make it to the locker room. So that is a topic of conversation for sure. I think part of it, too, what else can you predict the coaches are saying to these young men? Hey, we're all right, steady the ship. You take away our mistakes, we're in a really good spot. We're going to come out with the ball this second half, right? Yes, we do. And so we have a chance to grab that momentum, right the ship a little bit after a couple possessions not turning out how we want them. Let's see what happens.
It's going to be a interesting second half. Basically 0-0 with Osage getting the ball first here. Ball control going to be key. Both teams' turnovers loom large. The penalties on the Indians loom large. You kind of cut those mistakes down. You have to think that you can bring home a win here tonight, but obviously Bolivar not making it easy. They're looking to get some sense of revenge from the 35-0 loss at the start of last season. And you can kind of see there's a different identity. It's the same identity for the Indians tonight. It's just new players in there. Drake Williams trying to establish himself, getting runs to the outside while Brock Arrowwood tries to fill that hole left by Colonius and the A-Train, trying to do a lot of aggressive running, trying to do a lot of physical running. Then we've had Colt Butler step up. He's had some huge plays tonight in that wing tight end position. So new guys stepping up on this offense from players who graduated after last year.
And now defensively, as you're thinking about what the topics are to talk about and dissect here in the end zone there, hey, Jackson, we got to stop this young man. He is a tough running back. He's just going to keep pounding. And he's shown that he's kind of a little bit relentless. And then their quarterback, Banter, pretty talented here. Yeah. He's shown that he can, Brock Arrowwood learned that, hey, he's going to make some mistakes.
Yeah.
And if I can just be ready, have my hands ready, I'm going to be able to capitalize on those. Really should have been 2 interceptions for Banter there for sure. But he's thrown the ball pretty well at times and evaded pressure. So those are 2 young men that our defense has to be prepared for here in this second half.
Yeah, I think you're kind of seeing pretty similar styles offensively for both teams. They're just doing it in different ways, whereas Osage is bringing their run game in tight. They have the 2 tight ends. They have the 2 running backs that they're running off, but a lot of similar running style plays from Bolivar. They're just doing it in the wide set, 3-4 wide receivers and running their offense that way. So we're seeing a lot of the same things on both sides of the football. It's just different variations and styles in getting there. Coming up next week, we'll be back home at School of the Osage, and we'll start a pretty good run for School of the Osage as they will be home for Moberly, home for Blair Oaks, at Eldon, and then home for California and home for Hallsville. So it'll be Osage, Eldon, Osage for the next 5 games. And as someone that traveled last season to all the far away games, I couldn't be happier to stay close to School of the Osage for the next 5 weeks. We'll have the broadcast for you here next Friday night at home against Moberly on MoSportsZone.com, as well as on YouTube. Search MoSportsZone, and then, of course, right here on 102.7. We'll take a break, and then coming back, we are going to announce this season's halftime segment after the great success of Are You Smarter Than Steve? Can we, as a duo, back it up this football season? Come back, find out what that new segment is going to be, and we'll get you set for the second half. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
When all that's between you and the highway is a 6-inch patch of rubber, it's critical that you trust the care of your vehicle to someone who knows how important family is. Locally and family-owned, Sunset Tire and Service, with the best facility at the lake, wants to be that trusted partner. Competitive pricing, centrally located across from Lowe's off Business 54, the latest technology, large inventory of tires, plus a knowledgeable sales staff. They're family, treating you like family. Sunset Tire and Service.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Years ago, I established a name synonymous with honesty. And today, Honest Abe's Home Services carries that torch. Ensuring your home's safety with certified and insured professionals. Was the last handyman tinkering with your cottage certified? If not, my friends, you are gambling with your comfort and safety. Honest Abe's doesn't cut corners. Every technician is certified through Missouri Propane and fully insured. Because peace of mind should be a right, not a privilege.
Honest advice, honest prices, Honest Abe's. Call HonestAbes.com.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you've saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Mills & Sons Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people. At 2701 Bagnell Dam Boulevard. Call us at 365-2002 or visit our website at millsinsurance.com. We're on your side because life happens.
Whoa, Central Ozarks Medical Center, your health, our mission.
COMC has been providing quality health care in central Missouri since 1979. From primary care, OBGYN, pediatrics, senior health, dental, and behavioral health. Go to centralozarks.org for a location near you. Or call 877-406-2662.
COMC, the healthy place to be.
It's football season, and your team to tackle all your fall boating and winterization needs is Kellysport. Kellysport backs our Camdenton Lakers, Osage Indians, and Mizzou Tigers. Your trusted dealer for Regal, Bennington, Tiara, Grady White, and Ski Nautique. Kellysport handles new and pre-owned inventory, offers financing, storage, insurance, and the best care since 1977. Walk into the end zone with ease when Kellysport leads the way. Look them up online or come in for the best customer service at the lake.
You talk about the playmaker. First touchdown of the game.
This is Osage Indians Football on KQUL Lake Ozark. It's the Hy-Vee Halftime Show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Bolivar, Missouri, Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams, Chris Boom Boom Cannon back in the studio, live online at MoSportsZone.com, and on YouTube, search MoSportsZone. You'll see two Bolivar and Osage streams there. Bolivar, a part of the Benny Broadcasting Network. They also have a live stream going on of this game.
Choose
as
wisely.
Well. There's only one choice.
Okay.
This is like Highlander, Steve. There can only be one. You ever watch Highlander?
No, I was thinking of an Indiana Jones clip where.
Which one?
Choose wisely. Which
oh
one
yeah, that was The Last Crusade. My favorite movie.
For real?
You have chosen unwisely.
You're so good. You're so good.
I know. It's natural. I'm a natural of Indiana Jones. Steve, we're coming off maybe the most successful Mid-Missouri basketball halftime segment of all time with Are You Smarter Than Steve? You were getting stopped on the street just to have people talk about this segment. You were getting encouraging texts from your wife whenever you would fail, and then congratulatory texts when you would randomly and
occasionally, rarely
win your contest. But there's no denying that it was indeed the hottest segment in mid-Missouri high school basketball. So I got to thinking. I said to myself, how do I follow that up? Excuse me, sorry. How do we follow that up, Steve?
Yes,
how do we follow up Are You Smarter Than Steve? And I thought we could use football season to really get you in shape for Are You Smarter Than Steve? So, Steve, I want to ask you, are you familiar with the Adam Sandler movie Billy Madison?
I am.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do.
He goes
Steve.
back to school.
Yeah, he's
right?
going to go back to school. Steve, starting next week, you are going to answer questions from first grade all the way through high school, and you have to pass each grade each and every week. But there's a hook to this, Steve.
Okay.
The questions are going to be asked by students in School of the Osage in that grade. So we're going to have...
Okay, I want to make sure I understand. Like next week's going to be first grade?
Yep.
And the week after that. Okay, so we're not like trying to cover several grades in 1 week.
Well, I don't want to overdo you.
Don't want to tax me. So you're going to find... Are you starting with first grade?
Yeah, we're going to start
starting with first grade. And you're going to find first graders.
Yep. Next week
at School of the Osage.
I'm going up to the elementary next week, and I'm going to pull some kids aside.
Will they let you in? I don't know.
I used to work there. But yeah, we're gonna have students at School of the Osage in those grades ask you the questions.
Are they making up the questions, or are you making up the questions?
No. I'm actually going to outsource that to the teachers at School of the Osage.
Oh man!
And say, what are some questions that you ask your first grade class? And that's what you're going to be asking.
Do they know what the purpose of these questions?
They will.
Okay,
they will at that time.
I should be sending them nice cards and gifts and flowers.
If you think that will help,
so they'll be nice.
You never sent that to me, and I was the one making up the questions last season.
Would you like some flowers, Craig?
You don't. Men, we should normalize men receiving flowers. I think I would like that.
Well, you heard it, Kelsey. I know she's listening.
she's out camping.
She's camping. Oh, well, you picked a bad time to put that on there.
I know. Well, maybe someone will just bring me flowers next week.
I'm sure she will listen to this. I know she.
My harshest
when
critic.
she gets back home, she'll take this in. I'm sure.
She'll just catch it secondary as I'll be watching back our broadcast, taking meticulous notes.
You're gonna turn the volume up.
Yeah, she'll just be like, "What?
Normalize sending flowers to men."
Hey, babe, did you hear this? And next Friday, I'm going to bring you some flowers, Steve.
Oh,
so what do you think of that? It's Stevie Madison starting next week.
How many questions are you throwing at me?
So we're going to start out easy. From first grade to about fourth grade, we're going to do 3 questions apiece. And as we go up through the ranks, we're going to expand how many questions that we're asking. Do you think you can do it?
Do I think I can attempt to answer questions?
No, that's not what I said. Do you think you can answer the questions?
Yes.
Do you think by the end of this season you will graduate high school?
Okay, well, tell me this. What happens if I have a week where I don't answer? So like next week's first grade questions, do I have to get all 3?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so what happens if I don't get all 3?
Well, that's where the big surprise is, because as of yesterday, I talked to your boss at the middle school, and if you don't answer it right, you will lose your job and have to go back into that grade of the question. No, I don't know. It's just answer them right, Steve. What color's the sun?
Are we starting?
Yeah, this is it. This is kindergarten. What color's the sun?
Sun is yellow.
No, I'm sorry. We were looking for orange. Oh, this is going to be a long season, Steve. This is going to be a long season.
I should go home and watch Billy Madison.
I don't think your wife's going to like it. Your wife does not seem like an Adam Sandler kind of person.
She is not.
Maybe Anchorman 2.
A Will Ferrell, Adam Sandler kind of person. Although she will watch Saturday Night Live with me. She does that. She's behind me. It makes me nervous when she stands behind me.
Yeah, she delivered a delicious dinner to us.
It was. Where'd that pizza come from? I mean, obviously a concession. Is that Casey's Pizza? Where are we getting?
Yeah, and how long do you think it sat down there before you got it? I mean, I'm sorry. The words I were looking for was thank you.
I think it was cheese pizza. I think.
All right.
I'm very grateful. It was wonderful.
Indeed so. All right, so starting next week at halftime, Stevie Madison. Can Steve graduate through the ranks week after week? Will he graduate? And listen, I wanted to get it done this week, but we had to get clearance from parents to let the kids be on the air. Kindergarten was supposed to be this week, but you couldn't even tell me what color the sun was correctly. So that's probably a good thing that you didn't do kindergarten this week.
I'm just thinking, so since someone else is making up the questions, how come you can't answer the questions as well?
Well, I've already proven I can come through school the Osage. I don't need to prove anything, Steve.
Well, then you are a gentleman and a scholar.
I have already graduated from school the
standards
Osage.
are high.
Yeah.
To make it through school the Osage.
Yeah. So it should be an interesting one. Listen, I think you can do it. But if we're going to get you ready for basketball season and smarter than Steve, it has to start here, Steve. It has to start here.
Let's do it. Let's have some fun.
All right, Steve.
I'm going to kind of miss the opponent experience. You know, I like having an opponent, but it'll be cool to get the kids involved.
Let me tell you something, Steve. Your opponent is that man in the mirror every morning that you're going to take on yourself.
I'm talking
now.
to the man in the mirror.
Yep, just like Stevie Wonder said.
Okay, what year was that? What grade would that be? I got that one.
Are you telling me Stevie Wonder doesn't see that?
I'm telling you, you're not moving on from that grade. Whatever grade I was.
I would like to see what grade that question is asked. Who's saying I'm looking at the man in the mirror?
See, I remember being in 6th grade when Thriller came out. I remember that. I don't know how old I was when Man in the Mirror came out.
Oh, boy. Let's see. 6th grade when Thriller came out, so that would make you 70. I'm not good at math.
Clearly.
Well, I didn't have a great math teacher when I came through.
This is why I didn't teach you math, by the way.
That's right.
I taught you social studies, so you can't put that on me.
And look at my social skills today now because of you.
Who was your 7th grade math teacher?
That's a great question.
Was it
Mike Wyatt?
Was it Mike Wyatt? I think he taught 8th grade, I thought.
Was it? Okay. Paula Niemeyer.
Well, I thought was she teaching that when you came through?
Yeah, because she put a thing on the clock so we couldn't see what time it was. Oh, like all good teachers do.
Because you would be like, what time do we get out of here?
We're so close to getting out.
Please tell me.
And
Please
Paula's like,
release me.
we are learning right up until the bell rings.
What did you call her, by the way?
Paula Williams.
There you go. Thank you for that correction.
When I went through, she was Miss Niemeyer.
Yes,
okay?
that's true.
So when you asked who my 7th grade teacher was, I told you.
Paula Niemeyer, now Williams.
Paula Williams wouldn't put that on the clock. Paula Niemeyer did.
Who we started teaching together.
Yeah.
But we're not going to stop teaching together.
No.
Right? She's going to retire before I get to retire.
Yeah, it seems that way.
That's unfortunate.
Well,
I'm not sure when that's going to be for either one of us, but it is.
Are you
coming.
sure you're not retired now? I saw you driving a Cadillac.
I am tired. Did you? Oh, that's funny. Nobody understands why that's funny.
Well, that's because we have better conversations on the way up here than we do on the air, Steve. They did the thing where they wound the clock down to 0 at halftime and then put the extra 3 minutes on the clock.
I love this 3 minutes. It feels like I get an extra 3 minutes of life, an extra 3 minutes to think of things to talk about.
Yeah, and here we are spending it talking about
my Cadillac.
Your Cadillac. That's right.
No, it's my
the
wife's
broadcast.
Cadillac.
We'll be back at School of the Osage next Friday night as the Indians take on the Spartans of Moberly. I think this will be our 4th or 5th season taking on Moberly, but it'd be nice not to make that drive. That is, I mean, it's all highway, but up there north of Columbia, I'll be happy to have that one at home next week. And hopefully the Indians can head into that matchup 1-0 on the season, but they are in for a dogfight here tonight against the Bolivar Liberators. Almost said Moberly there.
Hey, you wouldn't want it any other way, right? Hey, to come up against an opponent like this and fight the fight that you have to fight and come away with the win. Wins like that mean a great deal. So here we are with 2 quarters left to play on this evening to come out the victor. And this is where Coach Jolly, I believe in that interview you had talking about how thankful he is for his staff and that he's able just to have confidence in delegating things to his talented leaders. So I'm anxious to see what they come out with here.
I'm jealous of them.
Jealous of having quality peers.
Having a competent team to delegate stuff out. I mean, I got Chris back in the studio. That's about it. Chris, you're still there, right?
Devin, are you listening to this?
No, he's not. Devin?
He's hurting our feelings, Devin. He's hurting our feelings.
The town of Halfway is halfway between what 2 cities?
I think I forgot, actually.
We are in one right now. Where are we, Devin? Okay.
Bolivar is the answer. He said nobody can hear this, so
that's fine. I'll tell if you're right or wrong.
Devin Gingero here getting the trivia. Who knows? Halfway is a small town halfway between Bolivar and what other town, Devin? It's
no,
not
it's not
Boonville.
Boonville. You tried that on us on the way here.
It does start with a B, though.
Name for an animal.
It's not a bison, but it is a
giraffe.
It's a buffalo.
Oh, yeah, buffalo,
yes.
yeah. Halfway between Buffalo and Bolivar.
Hey, that is genius level creativity. Whoever sat down to come up with the name of that city.
Well, it's great because on the way back home, we passed through 3/4, halfway, quarter. Just great naming all the way around.
5/16 is my favorite. They got a great gas station
It's
there.
a very small town. Listen to you. You're going to get this stuff so easy. You're going to pass all these grades. 5/16. I don't even know what that means. You are good.
Oh, keep building me up, my friend. First grade. What do I need to prepare for first grade?
I don't think you can.
I had a rough first grade, man. I was writing my sixes backwards. I was getting in
That's
trouble.
a G. This kick is up and away, and it is a short kick. Goes to Robert Dubbs. He brings it in, and he's tackled at the 37-yard line, and that is where the Indians will take over to start this third quarter. Second half underway here. We are live on MoSportsZone.com and on YouTube at MoSportsZone, as well as live here on Cool 102.7.
Osage getting a little bit of a shorter field here with that return. Dubbs, I'm sure, glad to get a chance to get his hands on the ball. He's a quality young man. Love to see good things for him.
Maverick back in the pistol. Takes the snap. Pitches it out. This is Arrowwood getting out into space. And then he goes through a man and picks up some extra yards. So Arrowwood getting out on the edge, and they get him some yards. He busts through a tackler, picks up an extra one, and then he's knocked out of bounds. It'll be second down and about 3.
Hey, I love Arrowwood getting a chance to get the ball there, outside the trenches there. Good
Agreed.
for him.
Second down and 3. Maverick takes the snap, hands this one off. Drake Williams, right side. He wants to get to the outside and does so. And he is dragged down from behind. But unfortunately, I think that's going to be offsetting penalties as they had a flag at the line of scrimmage as well. But a very scary tackle on Drake Williams over here near the sideline. So it might be holding on the Indians and then some kind of personal foul on Bolivar.
Horse collar for sure is what it was for the personal foul. And Drake Williams got his hand on his back. He felt that one, and that's why we have the call.
You know what's crazy is we have 4 horses, and I've never seen them wear a shirt. So I don't know where that phrase even comes from, horse collar. Are you familiar with it?
I think you need to get your horses some collars.
You know what? I remember going over that in the 2nd grade, so you better study up.
Okay, so that just resets everything, right? Offsetting penalties, so still second down.
Yeah, it stays second down and 3. 11:40 left to go here in the 3rd.
And Drake Williams says, hey, I know that play happened, even though you're trying to act like it didn't. I'm feeling every bit of that.
Oh, yeah. That's the tough part is the play doesn't even count, but unfortunately the ramifications of the play. Now Maverick under center takes the snap. Quick handoff. Arrowwood goes up the middle, gets a blocker, goes over a man, and picks up once again a couple extra yards, this time enough for Pacific Pool's first down.
Some of the first successful yards Arrowwood has seen there between the tackles there. He's had a pretty rough go here. Nice pickup of 5 there, getting the first.
And that puts the ball right at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Indians. Schreimer out wide for the Indians. Maverick under center once again. This time the handoff goes to Drake. He is knocked backwards. Now looks to reverse field. Spins around once again, trying to make something out of nothing, but instead winds up losing 10 yards in the backfield.
And, that's almost, and I'm going to date myself here, Barry Sanders-like. That's the danger. You have a running back so nimble and creative that he just believes, hey, I can make this happen. I can get free of this, and he's going the wrong direction.
You know what? I'll go even further. Gale Sayers.
That'll work. -10, and so here we go. Second down and 20. That's tough.
That's unfortunate. Now 3 wide receivers out left for Maverick. He's in the pistol. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks out to the right. Flowing out, man covered, tries to shred it in anyways and gets it to Schreiman. He gets the yardage back on the catch before coming down. So gets the penalty yardage back. A super small window to throw that one into. A beautiful throw by Trusty. And a nice job by Schreiman, keeping his focus, bringing that ball in, turning, trying to move downfield. Can't pick up any extra yards, but still a gain of 10 for Osage.
That'll put you between 9 and 10 yards here to get the first down. Got a big 3rd down conversion here to start this 3rd quarter.
Ball is in Bolivar territory. 3rd down and 9. 3 wide receivers outright for Maverick. He's in the pistol, got Arrowwood behind him. Takes the snap, looks for a quick throw, has his man. This is Ethan Wall. He breaks a tackle, gets right at the first down marker. They're going to say just a yard short. He's shuffling back and forth over there on the sideline, and it looks like it's going to be just a yard short. So 4th down and 1 coming up for the Indians at the 41-yard line. And that referee over here, he looked like he wasn't sure where he wanted to spot that ball.
Well, we're going to go for this. We're going to try to draw them off sides. We've done that a few times, so perhaps maybe they're going to be ready for that. And maybe we'll just surprise them with the quick count and get this yard.
Maverick under center. Takes the snap, hands it off. Arrowwood hit at the line of scrimmage, gets enough for the first down, knocked back, but it is enough for a first down for the Indians.
Crossing over the 40 here, about the 39-yard line.
Good hard running there from Arrowwood. Maverick goes under center. The quick handoff and then the lead block from Drake Williams. Gets Arrowwood to the outside. He breaks off the initial tackle, and then 1 yard after contact is all he needed to get the first down.
And again, that was a quick snap count, right? And that's the benefit of, hey, you better be ready because Maverick will draw you across, and now we're just going to go.
Yep, that's the setup for the potential offsides down the road. Osage in tight once again. Maverick in the pistol, hands this one off. Arrowwood trying to go right side, breaks the first tackler, and then able to pick up about a yard before being brought down.
Arrowwood having to make a little bit of something out of nothing right there. He had defenders right on him as soon as he touched the ball.
It'll be 2nd down and 10. Clock on the stream is just a bit off. There's under 9 minutes left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Osage, first possession of the second half, trying to drive down the field and put some points on the board here. Tied up at 14 with Bolivar. 4 wide receivers out for Maverick. Back in the shotgun now. Got Arrowwood behind him. Man in motion is Colt Butler. Maverick takes the snap, looking to get it out to Butler.
Oh, no.
Ball tipped up in the air off of Butler's hands, and it falls helplessly to the turf. But like Steve insinuated,
that was scary for just a moment.
with that call, certainly a very scary situation. Just trying to get it out to Butler in the flat. He had space. Throw was just a bit high, and it just off of Butler's hands, and thankfully it wasn't a turnover.
Yeah, I can't. It's one of those plays that it was just right in the line of our sight here. We could see kind of what was developing, and when that ball popped up and it looked like Blue Liberators there, we're going to bring it down. Heart skipped a beat.
Maverick back in the shotgun, looking to throw. Airs one out for his man, now throws it up, and having to fall back. Can't quite come up with it is Schreiman over there on the sideline.
Boy, he had a chance. Just a little bit off his back shoulder there. Tries to turn and get it. Couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, if Schreiman had just found a way, he's being double covered out there, but if he had found a way to kind of contort his body, I think he could have brought that one in, just unable to do so. 8:29 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. 4th down and 10 coming up from the Bolivar 39-yard line. Arrowwood and Trusty run the play in from the sideline here on 4th down.
Honestly, not a bad throw, I think. It was one of those where that's where you want the ball. If he throws that ball on his inside shoulder, it's going to likely maybe, a chance at being intercepted.
Now Maverick on 4th down. Looking to throw. Has his man over the middle and floats it out to Wall. Pass incomplete. Looked like he might have had a step. Wall was looking for a penalty out there. Not sure what he saw. But Bolivar will take over on the turnover on downs. And that long pass play down the sideline, Steve, on 3rd down, that's a play that you do and a play that you take when you know you're going to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, as they did. And, I like what I see. I like the attempt there at Wall. I like the route. Just over the defender's reach there, but just couldn't quite bring it in. I think we're going to see that work here in the future. In the meantime, Bolivar's taken over at their own 39-yard line.
Chapel Banner, the junior, back in the shotgun. And he's got Cyrus Jackson next to him, and it's Jackson that gets the handoff, pre-snap flag. We'll see what they call here. Side judge coming in. Look at him judging the side. It's his job. You do it for free. Unbelievable.
Judge the side?
Yeah. You're always judging the side.
Sometimes the side needs to be judged.
I agree.
Hey, we're going to have a meeting of the minds on this one.
Let's get some Law and Order going up in here, Chris. Play me some Law and Order.
Dun dun. 5 officials coming together to try to figure this one out.
Go down there, Steve. See what's going on.
We're going to say we are changing our mind on the flag.
Turn off Law and Order, Chris.
The side judge has decided not to judge the side.
The side has gone unjudged. It'll be 1st and 10. You know what I like about this game this week? Programs.
It's helpful. You know what I like about programs in the dark is especially helpful. How you doing over there?
No, I'm just making up names. Handoff goes to Jackson. How was that not a hold?
Yeah, I don't know. There we go. There's a flag. Late. It was certainly late.
I'm trying to be unbiased. I mean, never, but
he waited a bit to throw that flag.
He was very deliberate. Maybe he was waiting for the side judge to judge.
And there's the official hold there, so that's going to push them back a bit.
So that hold is going to go on Bolivar. Not many penalties against the Liberators tonight. They've played a pretty clean game so far, but this one going to go against them and push them back 10 yards. Going to be 2nd down and about 22 now.
Marking it off. And the ball's going to be at the 29-yard line, it looks like. So that'd still be a 1st down, right? 1st down.
No, it's 2nd down. They side judge. Or is it 1st down? I just told you it was 1st down. 4 wide receivers out for the Liberators. Oh, goodness. Man in motion, left to right. Banner takes the snap, looks for the quick throw out to the left, has his man over there. Quickly getting the penalty yardage back, and I think that's all the Liberators were wanting to do right there. That's Paul Bliss bringing that one in.
Paul Bliss. That's not a bad name. 2nd down and 10.
Second and 10 now after they get the penalty yards back. 3 wide receivers outright for Banner. Takes a snap. Got Jackson next to him. Looking to throw. Looking for that wheel route. Instead, throws it underneath, and it goes off the hands, incomplete. I think that was Braden Long he was looking for there. So it'll be 3rd and 10 for Bolivar coming up after that incomplete pass. Forgot to start the clock a couple times, so the clock's going to run on our MoSportsZone stream as I get it down to the right time. We'll get this clock thing figured out. What even is time?
You're juggling a lot, man. You're managing the clock. You're managing everything over in the computer. Plus, you're calling the game.
4 wide receivers out for Banner. Takes the snap, rolls out to the right. Here comes the pursuit from the Indian defense. Banner tries to throw it downfield. I can't tell if that ball was completed or not over there. Either way, it was short of a 1st down.
They're bringing it back to the line of scrimmage, it looks like.
So it's going to be incomplete, and that'll be 4th down coming up for the Liberators deep in their own territory. Well, not deep, but in their own territory.
Looks like they're setting up for the punt, which is what you would expect. They're 2nd of the night, I believe.
Yeah. Schreiman back to receive for the Indians. Just snap is back, kick is away. It's going to bounce just short. And now Schreiman's going to field it and be spun down to the turf. Scary situation there, catching it off the bounce like that, Steve. But Osage will take over after the punt, and they'll come out for their 2nd possession of this half. 7:35 left to go here in this 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians at their own 37-yard line. 32-yard line.
Edit on the fly there.
I said it so confidently.
This is their 6th possession here of the evening.
The thing I've learned about radio, Steve, is if you say anything confidently, people will just believe you.
Yeah, unless they're watching the live stream.
That's right. This stream is the worst thing to ever happen. Maverick swings it out wide for Drake. Looking to get a step. There's the stutter step. Spins off a tackle. Spun around now. And he ran quite a few yards, but only picked up a couple there on that play. Clock running, coming up on 7 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Indians.
Yeah, their Liberators just really ready on the edge. They're looking for Drake. You can tell they scouted out for that, and they defended that really well. Drake had to work pretty hard to get the yard or two that he got on that one. Fighting for his life out there.
Maverick in the pistol, 3 wide receivers outright. Takes the snap, looking for a quick throw. Now throws it underneath to Arrowwood. He's going to be brought down near the first down marker. So if that's not a first down, yeah, they're going to go ahead and give it to him. That's a Pacific Pools first down. It'll be 1st and 10 coming up for the Indians after that.
Nice, quick, well-designed play. Just Maverick knew where he was going the whole time. Arrowwood found the hole in the defense there, just set up camp there, and brought the ball down for a nice completion.
Maverick back in the pistol, takes a snap, hands this one off Drake Williams, going right to left. There's a stiff arm, but really couldn't get anything out of that. The stiff arm, the defender just grabbed onto his arm and then winds up bringing him down. So another loss there for Drake on that play. And he's had some tough runs. Like you said, this Bolivar team really keying in on him tonight on the offensive end.
Well, specifically, I feel like this second half, they've made some adjustments for him on the edge, and he's having a hard time getting success here. I would, speculate to say that his average per carry, it might even be in the negative territory here in this half.
2nd down and long for the Indians. Maverick.
Ball in the ground.
Rolling the pocket out to the right. Lost the ball on the deck, but tracks it down and covers it up. Tough possession here for Osage so far.
Well, we're going the wrong direction for sure. Putting that ball back at the 35. So after losing 4, we lose another 3. And we got 3rd down and a good piece of real estate here.
Yeah, 3rd down and 18. 3 wide receivers out to the right. Schreiman solo out to the left. Maverick takes a snap, rolls out to the right. Looking for somebody downfield. Now Maverick's going to keep it. He'll take a hit and then be brought down. Got pretty much back to the original line of scrimmage there on that run. So it'll be 4th down and 10 for the Indians at their own 43-yard line.
Gain of 8 on that little scramble here. Going to have to put them in the position to punt as well. So 2 consecutive punts here by the first the Liberators and then the Indians. So this Osage had the 2 quick scores there to start the game the first time they touched the ball, and now we're having a hard time finding the end zone.
Maverick kicks this one away, puts a pretty good boot into it, bounces at the 30, and then takes a quick, hard left turn, and then another couple favorable bounces, and touchdown at the 22-yard line, and that is where Bolivar will take over. 4:32 left to go here in this 3rd quarter of play. This game tied up at 14-14. No points in the second half so far.
Defense is stepping up here, making the adjustments they needed to make here once they saw what the offense had to offer in that first half. Bolivar in a position here. They got a long field to find that end zone. See how they respond.
First down for the Liberators at the 22. 4:32 left to go. Banner in the shotgun next to Jackson. Takes the snap. Quick handoff to Jackson, right side. Big hole over there. Now showing his speed past the first down marker and brought down. So a first down for Bolivar. Their first of the second half. Moves the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Gain of about 15 there.
We haven't seen that speed out of Jackson too much here tonight, but once he was able to get into the second level right there, he really turned on the jets. 2 wide receivers out for Banner. Everyone else in tight. Takes a snap, hands this one off to Jackson once again, and there's the big block up the middle, giving him some space. A gain of about 3 to set up 2nd down and 7 at the 40.
And I tell you what, and we said this on the Osage side of the ball last year so many times, you got a back like Jackson, able to have those successful runs. That's setting up other options in the playbook for sure.
Empty backfield for Banner as he's got 4 wide receivers out. Quick throw out to the right. I don't think the receiver was expecting that one, and it goes off his hands and falls to the turf. 3:45 left to go here in the third. That'll set up 3rd down and 7. Bolivar kind of a little disjointed on that play. They had receivers over here on this side of the field that weren't even set when the ball was snapped, but no flag thrown.
Makes you kind of wonder, you got to balance your
Who's
attack.
Judging the side, yeah. Oh, that. 4 wide receivers out.
Fans are saying, hand Jackson the ball is what they're saying.
And there's a quick throw out to the tight end, and we've seen him make a couple plays tonight. He had the big 4th down conversion. That's Lucas Pock, a senior, and he gets enough for the 1st down. And Bolivar moving the chains down the field, still in their own territory, but 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Gain of about 8 there.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks to CMH for providing athletic training services for all our Liberator teams.
Banner takes a snap, hands it off. Jackson, right side, finds a hole, 2nd level. Brought down after a gain of about 7 into Osage territory. 2nd and 3 at the 45.
This has the feel of kind of a game-changing kind of drive, right? Nobody really had momentum up to this point, and handing the ball to Jackson here, three runs on this, 3 successful runs on this drive, had the completed pass to the tight end. Momentum kind of shifting a little bit here in favor of the Liberators.
Man in motion pre-snap, play action. Banner looking to throw, has crossed receivers down the field, now wants to move. Gets past the 1st down marker, knocked out of bounds, but enough for a 1st down for the Liberators. That'll be 1st and 10 at the Osage 41 coming up. He had 2 receivers downfield and then max protection back in the pocket. Good secondary coverage there from the Indians. And Banner had to take off there. Wilkes chasing him down, knocks him out of bounds. And it's enough for a 1st down for Bolivar, though.
We've seen him running for his life tonight. I don't know that we've seen him scramble there for positive yards. Again, picked a good time to pull that trick out of his hat to convert for the 1st down.
Takes a snap, hands it off to Jackson, going right side. Finding a hole between the tackle and the tight end, picking up some yards there.
37-yard line, we'll say.
Yeah, make it 2nd down and 6 coming up. Clock running, 2:35 left to go here in the 3rd. This Bolivar offense wearing down this Osage defense.
Yeah, anytime Jackson touches the ball, he's getting some positive yardage here, 4, 5, 6 yards, and that makes it easy when you're calling plays after that.
Play action to Jackson. Now chased out of the pocket. Banner wants to move. He takes off to run again, and he'll get out of bounds just past the 1st down marker once again.
Right there at the 30-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, getting just enough for the 1st, and it moves the sticks for the Liberators.
Gain of 7 there. 2nd successful run by the quarterback on this drive, and 2nd time he's used that to convert for the 1st down. Osage getting some pressure, just can't bring him down.
1st and 10 for the Liberators. Packed in tight, 2 wide receivers out. Jackson next to Banner. And he'll take the handoff, going left side. Finds a gap, now cuts back to the right, now up the middle. And he picks up the 1st down. Gets into the red zone.
Looks like maybe about the 16-yard line. And that's just an issue of I can't give Jackson much credit for that. He's doing his job, but he was untouched for a good 5 or 6 yards. They are taking over the line of scrimmage here on that play for sure. Gain of 14 on that one.
Same formation as the previous play. A lot of confusion on that snap, though. It looks like people maybe missing the snap count there, the flag thrown.
False start, illegal procedure, pick your poison there, but we're going to back him up 5 yards.
Procedure was illegal. I was going to say that. Brought to you by Judge Judy. Make it 1st and 15. They are now outside the red zone. So 1st and 15 from the Osage 22 coming up. 1:43 left to go here in this third quarter. Banner out there next to Jackson. Certainly their most successful drive together so far. Play action. Banner looking to throw. Tosses one up for his man. Back and forth.
Oh, what are we saying? Flag on?
Yeah, flag is thrown down. I think
don't
that's going to
know.
be on the offense, and I think it might be an interception, Steve. So we didn't really get that too excited about it, but we saw the flag come out, so we weren't really sure what to call there. We'll see what the play is here.
Bolivar, I feel like the athletes on the field acting like it's going against Osage. We'll see. I
thought he caught, I thought the Osage defender had it, didn't he? All right, pass interference on the offense.
Okay, there we go.
The penalty is declined.
Why would you decline that?
And it's an interception, so they do give Osage the interception on that play. It's pass interference on the offense, but the interception was done in the end zone, and Osage will take over the football here.
Now, that is interesting because there was no reaction on the field that would lead you to believe that he had that interception. I thought it hit the turf for sure.
Well, he didn't celebrate or anything.
No
He got up and was
celebration
like,
at
"Oh,
all.
I caught the ball."
That was just really, really strange.
So excuse our lack of excitement on that call there, but we were a little confused as to what might have happened. But Osage will take over on the turnover.
Well, who was that with the interception there?
I thought it might have been Tryman again. But it
What
could have been
a
Arrowwood.
tremendous, I mean, again, with the pass interference, he's able to bring that down, and in that drive, that is so impressive.
Now Drake Williams getting a step, moving down the field, picks up 7 yards. Boy, if Osage could capitalize off of that turnover, that would be huge on this drive.
Spotting the ball at, what, the 27-yard line here, so gain of about 7 on that previous play. 2nd down and 3. We're trying to figure out who it was that had that interception. Have we figured it out yet?
2nd down and 3 for the Indians. Maverick under center. Takes the snap, hands this one off. Arrowwood moving left side.
Well, he got
runs into the
close.
pile, pushed back. They're going to give him forward progress, but still going to be short of the 1st down marker. 40 seconds left to go here in the third. Ball moving forward. Going to be 3rd down and about a yard for School of the Osage.
Probably right there at that 29-yard line. They need a yard there to get the first, as you said. Big 3rd down conversion. We've, Maverick Trusty with his count has kind of set this up. The Liberators, they're just completely guessing. Is he going to try to draw us off sides, or are we just going to go at it?
Maverick takes the snap, hands it off. Arrowwood keeps the legs churning and moves forward, picks up the 1st down. 11 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. But that is a Pacific Pools 1st down, and the chains move.
There's a gain of 3, but I tell you, sometimes 3 yards are bigger than others, and that was a big 3 yards to convert that 1st down. Let's keep those chains moving.
Clock running. It'll wind down to zeros. Nobody scores here in this third quarter. We stay tied up at 14. 1 quarter left to go. Take a break. Come back with the finality of this game. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
In a world where the real estate market is tougher than the gridiron, count on the play calling from Coach Matt Shrimp and the Berkshire Hathaway team.
Winners never quit and quitters never win.
When the deal is on the line.
The inches we need are everywhere around us.
Count on Coach Matt Shrimp and the Berkshire Hathaway team to deliver the results.
It's game time. Touchdown!
Matt Shrimp and Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Lake Ozark Realty.
Let's get back to the action of Osage Indians football. Here's the call of the game on your Indians hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here for fourth quarter action. Bolivar, Missouri, School of the Osage opening kickoff. Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams, Chris Boom Boom Cannon back in the studio for us. A huge interception in the end zone. The 2nd interception of the night in the end zone for School of the Osage, and they have the ball. Score tied up at 14. Osage looking to get a 1st down here on a 3rd down and short, trying to convert in their own territory and keep possession of the football.
Hey, this is why I love this game. Everything looked like it was rolling the Liberators' way. Jackson just having his way, carrying the ball. It looks like, their scoring their touchdown is going to be inevitable. They take the risk on the touchdown throw, and the Osage defender just, despite the penalty, able to get in position to just rip that ball out of the air and come down with the interception, and just changes the whole feel of this stadium here. Picking up a first down coming the other way. They got a long field here still, but definitely a momentum swing.
They picked up the first down right before the end of the third quarter. That's my bad. I thought they had a third down coming up. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Osage will have the football at their own 32-yard line. That's Steve's fault for messing that up. Maverick back in the pistol, got his 2 running backs next to him. Takes the snap, pitches it out. Arrowwood trying to get wide, gets a block downfield. Now breaks 1 tackle, gets into the second level. Here comes a flag in the secondary.
You spot that ball at, the 36-yard line. Arrowwood's showing some elusiveness. He's slippery out there. Had a chance to bring him down to the line of scrimmage, and he said, no way, that's not happening.
Yeah, great second burst there from Arrowwood to keep the legs churning. Holding on the offense. It's in the secondary, so it's going to move the Indians back a bit.
Big penalties. That's probably the 4th penalty we've seen that I can remember holding on a successful run.
Yeah.
Spot the ball back at the 29-yard line.
Just killer penalties.
Cost us 3 yards. So still looking at first down, about 13 or so.
Maverick takes a snap, looking to throw, rolls out to the right, now flares it out to his man, diving out to make the catch. We're going to say incomplete, though. I think I'm being told that was Brady Clark out there with that interception on the crazy play. Thank you, Allison Schneider, for the screenshot of our broadcast for verification.
Well, that young man's going to go home feeling pretty good. Of course, he's
34 real close, Amy. It was 84.
Game yet to be decided here, but what a tremendous play.
11:37 left to go here in this 4th quarter. Osage with the football, takes the snap, play action. Looking out to the right, now floats it out to Butler, and I believe he brings it in past the first down marker. Colt Butler has had some huge catches tonight. And that one no different, picks up the first down for the Indians. 11:31 left to go here, chains moving.
19-yard gain, moving the ball to about the 48-yard line. And we wondered last week at the Jamboree how often we'd be saying Colt Butler's name, and I don't think we need to ask that question anymore. He's going to be a big part of the action.
Just a sophomore. Everyone bunched out right for the Indians here. Maverick takes the snap, hands it off right side. This is Drake Williams. Cuts back in, gets knocked down right at the first down marker, out of bounds. Is that going to be enough for a first down?
Spotting the ball looks like right at the 48 there. And they're not moving the chains just yet.
Not going to be, or excuse me, it might be 2nd and short here.
Nice, successful run for Drake. He had those, he had some negative yards there on that previous possession. Good to see him getting in the edge there and making some positive gains.
Maverick, man in motion pre-snap. That's Drake Williams going right to left, and they'll throw it out to him in the flat. Good job by Ethan Wall, getting some space out there on the sidelines, and Drake with the tippy toes on the sideline for some extra yardage, looking like Steve Adams out there.
Drake, walking the high wire there. Nice job putting the ball at the 31-yard line.
Osage moving the ball well here. 11:17 left to go in this quarter. Another Pacific Pools first down for the Indians.
Gain of 17. 2 consecutive real positive, important plays there for Drake Williams. Big part of our offense, and he's making it happen.
4 receivers out. A quick throw. This one goes out to Schreiman. He's getting out to the sideline. Wants to stay in, but he's dragged out and knocked out after a gain of about 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 inside the 30.
Spotting the ball at, the 27?
Look at these stacks of paper I have. It's the same page 3 times. What are we doing here?
Gain of 4 on that one. What are you talking about?
I just need 1. But I just... Give me that. 2-minute motion left to right. Drake and Brock in the backfield. Handoff goes to Drake right side. There's a stutter step. Past the first down marker. Stays in.
15-yard line. Gain of 12. And this is the answer Osage needed to get the momentum back on their side here. Again, 11 minutes left in this contest here. 15 yards away from pay dirt.
Pay turf. Tight formation. Maverick goes under center. Got Arrowwood. And the run goes up the middle. I didn't see who got that one. Okay, that was Arrowwood.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out, was that Turnier that came in and he fell down right before the ball was snapped?
They had me looking the wrong way for sure.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell what happened. It's a gain of 5 for Arrowwood. Clock is moving. 10:43 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Ball at the 10-yard line. Let's make it the 11. What do you say?
Do I need to go down there and move it?
Please. Take Devin with you.
What, you going to do everything?
Well, you're going to drop him off halfway.
Halfway, yeah. He'll be lost forever.
Maverick takes the snap, looking to throw. Floats one out to the left to his man, and it's caught in the end zone.
There we go, touchdown.
Schreiman. A beautiful strike. Maverick Trusty throws that pass to Schreiman before Schreiman has even cut his route, Steve. If you watch this back tomorrow, you'll see that pass is thrown long before Schreiman has even made his cut. And when Schreiman turns around, the ball is delivered perfectly right into his chest from Maverick Trusty. A beautiful play call, a beautiful play execution. Great throw, great catch. 6 points on the board for the Indians.
Yeah, and that only works because you've run that play countless of times in practice, right? You just know Schreiman knew it was coming his way. He turns around, right in his hands, and the young man is a difference maker, taking advantage of the perfectly thrown ball by the captain, Maverick Trusty, the veteran quarterback. That was what are we looking at here? What a drive. 80 yards, 10 plays, 6 runs for 33 yards, 4 passes for 40 yards. Well balanced. Drake Williams, a big part of that success. Maverick Trusty finished it off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but Steve, that interception in the end zone by Brady Clark to get the points off of that turnover, absolutely huge for this Indian team. And a great job by the Indian defense to get an interception in that situation. And then the offense comes in and takes advantage of the turnover. What a well-constructed offensive drive there by the Indians. They punch it in. They take the advantage with 10:15 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
And that happens because you have steady leadership at the helm. Great, just coaching staff saying, hey, we don't need to panic here. And just a team led by seniors. Hey, we got this. I can't wait to talk to Christy Clark, next week. She works in my building and brag on her son. What an incredible play there. And I think you've got a coaching staff on the other sideline with Bolivar thinking, why didn't we just keep giving that ball to Jackson? Man, it was working until we tried to get fancy throwing for the touchdown.
And now you got yourself in a situation where you're down in this game, and you put yourself in a situation where you might have to throw a little bit more. But, yeah, just Jackson has been dominant on the ground at times tonight, and he's had a couple drives with these Liberators where he has just absolutely worn down this Indian defense. And then you go to the air a few times, and they've turned the ball over in the end zone twice on those. It's very difficult to nail down this defense. Kick is up and away, and it is fielded by the Liberators. And brought down at the 27-yard line, and that is where Bolivar will take over on this drive. Osage taking a 7-point lead there on that drive, 21-14. And, of course, the Massey Index predicted it'd be 28-21.
Indeed. Bolivar's got some work to do before it's gonna get to that place.
Not impossible.
Not impossible.
Or as you said earlier on the way up here, unpossible.
I did not say irregardless. I can tell you that.
I might have said that.
You might have said that a few times.
Back in the shotgun, this is the handoff. And it goes to Jackson. Spins off one tackle and then knocked out of bounds.
Spotting that ball here.
But a pretty good game.
Yeah, 35-yard line. Hey, listen, nothing's broken with the Liberators offense here.
No.
I'm going to say, it's easy for me to be the critic. I'm going to say it was a poor decision by the quarterback and a poor decision by the play caller. But you're going to give that ball to Jackson and force Osage to come up with something to stop him.
Yeah, I think you just keep handing him the ball until Osage proves that they can bring him down. 2nd down and 3 for the Liberators. And now there's play action. Banner hangs on to it, and he's brought down right at the marker. I think they want a measurement, maybe. Timeout on the field. I thought he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but he winds up getting yardage on that one.
Yeah. What are they spotting the ball? 37-yard line here.
And now, oh my goodness, the referee is going to propose to the ball. No. Down on one knee here.
It's a special moment.
I knew this was going to happen.
You know what they're missing, Craig? The LED.
Yes. Yes.
The LED lights on the markers here. Come on, Bolivar.
I mean, technically, thankfully to you, I was driving to Bolivar High School. I was ready to go to the Bolivar High School. And on the way here, you said, hey, this game's at SBU, right? And I said, why would the game be at SBU? We made the quick call to Kent Otto, and Kent said, yes, the game is at SBU. So quick thinking by you, or we never would have even got this broadcast.
We would have been just sitting there.
When's the game going to start?
Where is everybody?
And I would have waited because I knew.
They're coming.
I was like,
I know they're
coming. They're going to be here. I was kind of surprised to pull up and see so many Osage fans already here. The word did not get back to me on that.
I just assumed, you know, in fact, my question was to you, if you remember, I said, does Bolivar play all of their games at SBU? And then you were like, what?
3rd down and short here for the Liberators on Southern Baptist Field. Quarterback, man in motion. Instead, going to hand it off to Jackson. He breaks through the line of scrimmage. Now, carries a couple Indians, picks up enough for the 1st down, and is brought down. That'll move the chains for the Liberators as the clock stops after the 1st down, but will tick back up. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, they've had 3 consecutive runs here after that interception. We'll see. I would predict that trend to continue.
And it does. Jackson gets it. He's moving out to the left, and he's immediately hit and brought down by about 4 or 5 Indians. Doesn't quite make it back to the line of scrimmage. Forward progress gets him there 2nd and 10. So let me ask you, where is next week's game at? It's not like at College of the Ozarks or
it is not
Ozark Tech. Does they have a football field out
Columbia
there?
College or no,
Columbia College.
it is
okay.
not.
It's at Osage?
State Fair. It's at State Fair's community now.
Don't do that to me, Steve, now. I wish they'd play out at Sweetburg. Now, we'd have to build a football field out there, but come on out.
Oh, Sweetburg.
3 wide receivers out left for the Liberators. And looking to throw out that way. Setting up the screen.
Oh, still
breaking one tackle. Now getting a blocker downfield, but the quick tackle.
Who brought him down there? That was because he was going to be going out. He was gone, if not for, and I'm trying to find their number and brag on them a little bit, but that's the Brady Clark again with the tackle. And hate to give up the 1st down, but had to have that stop. We're putting them at, what, the 44-yard line?
Yeah, 1st and 10 into Osage territory here now. Going to the air, and Osage just missed a couple tackles tonight. They've given up big plays off of those. Back in the shotgun next to Jackson. Takes the snap, hands it off to Jackson. And going up the middle. Pushes his blocker down, now goes into a couple Indians before being taken down. Keeps the clock moving, makes it 2nd down and 2 for the Liberators on this drive. They're inside the 40, ball spotted at the 36-yard line. 8 minutes left to go on the clock.
this drive having a real similar feel as last drive. It just kind of feels inevitable. They're heading for the end zone. We'll see if they can actually convert on this attempt.
Back in the shotgun, Jackson next to him. This is Banner. Takes the snap, hands it off, up the middle. Immediately brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple yards on that one. That'll make it 3rd down and about 4 here for the Liberators, maybe 3.
Great stop by the Indians.
Jaden Wilkes.
Jaden Wilkes, man, he's just the heart of that. So what, we're putting the ball at the 37-yard line.
47-37.
You get multiple choice here, multiple choice play calling.
I bet a first grader would have got that. We'll find out.
3rd down and 3.
Big play here on this drive. 3 wide receivers outright for Bolivar. Snap taken. Handoff goes to the right. Trying to track down Jackson, and they had him. And he quickly cuts back to the left. Forward progress would say that was a first down, but, Steve, they're going to spot him short. And now we have a huge 4th down play coming up here. And it looked like they got enough to get the first down there.
So 4th down and not quite a yard here. It's a tough one to defend here for the Indians. And just a must-have conversion here for Bolivar. They do not want to give the ball back to the Indians here and let them take this clock down to 0. Here we go.
4th and 1, 6:22 left. Banner back in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to Jackson. He gets past the line of scrimmage, but is immediately brought down, but it is enough for the first down. Clock stops with 6:12 left to go. Ball inside the 30. Maybe
just on the inside, it looks
just shy of the 30.
Gain of 4, enough to get the 1st and 10. Move those chains here for the Liberators. 1, 2, 4. I've got 8 runs on this drive. Just the one pass attempt.
Yeah, no real surprise there, right?
Hey, they heard what we were saying here. Why'd you stop?
4 wide receivers out for Banner, though. Got Jackson next to him. Takes a snap, looking to throw.
Woo, up in the air. That was Ethan Wall.
And now Banner looks to throw it downfield, has his man in the corner of the end zone, caught and into the end zone for a touchdown. What a tough throw from Banner. And he threads the needle right at the front corner of the end zone for 6.
Just as I'm saying, hey, why you don't stop?
You said it, yeah.
Don't stop running that ball, and then they throw it, and just the perfect. He's had 2 interceptions, could have had a 3rd one there, but that was a well-placed ball right there at the corner by the pylon, and the receiver brings it down. That's tough.
Well, he looked like he was trying to go right with the ball immediately, and Wall jumped out of his shoes trying to stop it, but then comes back to his left, finds the open receiver for the touchdown, an extra point ties it up. And now it's a bad snap on the extra point. The ball goes back. It is going to be covered up by the kicker, tackled by Colt Butler. The extra point is no good. Keeps the score 21-20 with 5:41 left to go here in the 4th quarter. We'll take a break, get this all situated, and come back with the kickoff after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Work is hard. You need a partner who makes it easier. At Mid-City Lumber, we know construction, and we know what it takes to get the job done right. Like quality products from Quaker Window and Doors. For durability, innovation, and selection, the right solution is Quaker. At Mid-City Lumber, we've been making construction easier for more than 50 years. And we're here to make it easier for you.
Mid-City Lumber. Start to finish, we're your project resource.
This is America, where football means football.
There's only one place to hear Osage Indians football. Back to the game. On your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Bolivar, Missouri, 5:41 left to go here in the 4th quarter of play. Bolivar down by 7, drives down the field. Huge pass play from Banner, finds his man in the end zone for the touchdown. Makes it 21-20. On the extra point, the snap sails over the holder's head. Kicker brought down. Extra point, no good. It makes the score 21-20 with 5:41 left here in the 4th quarter.
That just opens up the realm of all kinds of possibilities here. Of course, Osage is going to have to get this ball moving a little bit with a kicker like Brady Clark. And, I don't know. We'll just see. Of course, our goal here is we'd love for the Liberators not to touch the ball again. That's what we'd love.
I agree with you. I think that extra point might have opened up multiple timelines.
Where's the portal? We must find the portal.
So this kick is away. It is a short one, and it's going to be fielded by Dubs, and that's going to give Osage. Well, the ball's on the deck, but thankfully Osage was there to recover it. So Dubs lost a handle on it, and then quickly jumping on it was Drake Williams, who was back to receive the kick, thinking it was going to be a normal one.
Ball at the 35-yard line here, 1st and 10 for Osage after a bit of a scary moment.
I tell you what, this is not the timeline I want to be in, if that's what's going to happen. Put me in the other timelines.
I didn't see how the ball came out. I thought he was down on the turf, but it popped out somehow. And, you know, it's those plays that sometimes never show up in the book there with in the stat line with Williams being there to cover that fumble and keep the ball, keep the possession for Osage.
5:36, first down. Handoff goes to Brock Arrowwood, and he has got the legs churning, and he picks up 9, but unfortunately the flag is down on that play.
Yellow on the field.
Illegal shift, or I don't know what he's motioning over here.
Yet to signal.
Okay, he's going to go over and talk to Jolly, so it might be a penalty on Bolivar to see what he wants to do here. See if he wants to accept it or decline it. What would you do, Steve? I think you decline it and keep it at first down.
Well, I don't know what the penalty is, so here what we're saying. What do we call that? We are declining it, so
the gain of 8 will stand.
So the ball now at the 43-yard line.
This is good radio. What was this? Amy, look this up. He's a Boy Scout. 2nd down and 2 for the Indians. Clock running. After the declining, almost said declination. The declining of the penalty.
The declination. So if you accept that penalty, does that stop the clock?
Yes.
Okay, so you want to keep that
defensive
clock
penalties
going.
stop the clock, yep. And Osage really just taking their time here, looking to wind this clock down. They won't snap the ball until it's under 5 minutes to go in this game. Maverick back in the pistol. Takes the snap, hands it off. Arrowwood up the middle, breaks some tackles into the second level and comes down with the Pacific Pools first down and gets into Bolivar territory. Nice run there by Arrowwood.
Putting that ball at the 45-yard line of the Liberators, gain of 12. Osage showing, hey, we can show up some yardage here by running the ball as well. It's not all about Jackson and the Liberators. We can take the game over just like you did a few moments ago.
Clock stops on a first down. Play clock doesn't start until the referee calls for it to, and then the regular clock starts. So that's 25 seconds between every play that the Indians have to work with. They'll hand this one off. Drake Williams, right side. Stiff arm. One tackle has to stay in bounds. That's the key. Gets knocked around just about 2 yards short. But again, moving the chains. Bolivar has 3 timeouts, and this is a tough situation when you're figuring out when you want to use these timeouts. You don't want to use them in a situation like this. If you get the ball back, you don't want to be in a situation where you're having to run no huddle. So the key is to get stops. And if you can get stops, that's when you want to use your timeouts on that 4th down or whatever. But with 25 seconds between every play, clock running 4 plays, 3:40. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, 2nd down and 2. The playbook is wide open. Of course, you want to keep the ball on the ground and just keep chewing it off. And they're going to do it. Arrowwood right at the gut.
Another first down. And that is not what Bolivar wants to see with 3:36 left to go. And I would anticipate they're probably going to want to use their timeouts here in the next minute of game time. Clock winds and starts after the movement of the chains, and the 30-second play clock starts. You said 25. It's 30.
Well, it was when I was impersonating you so effectively. I've got that Craig Allen down.
I knew it.
Gain of 4 in that play for the conversion, and you know, this is what wins games.
Yeah.
This is what makes you a championship level kind of team. Drives like this.
Maverick hands it off, right side. Drake Williams between the tackle and the tight end keeps the clock running. And there, I believe, the clock has stopped. Did they take their first time out here?
Gain of, where are they spotting the ball here? Was that kind of slow moving here? I don't know sure what's going on. The ball spotted at the 30-yard line. They've yet to even move the marker.
Some kind of penalty on the Indians here.
Okay.
And this was illegal hands to the back or blocking the back or something like that.
So all kinds of bad news in terms of stopping the clock and moving you back a bit.
Well,
here.
an offensive penalty doesn't stop the clock. Steve, do you even read the rule?
The clock is not moving.
Well, they're going to start it. Do you read the rule? I send you the rule book every week, and I say, look at these rules, Steve.
So the ball is going to be at, what, the 37-yard line. Loss of 7 there, unfortunately. So that's going to put us here first down. And what we call that, 14.
And there should be about 2:40 left on the clock when Osage takes their next snap. Again, Bolivar 3 timeouts, down by 1. Need to figure out when they're going to use those. A first down here by the Indians would be big. Maverick trying to run it himself. Absorbs some contact and goes down.
We've seen Maverick run the ball a few times. Seems like a little more often than what we're used to. Spotting the ball at about, we'll just call it the 36-yard line.
Bolivar will take their first timeout. Brought to you by First Bank of the Lake here. We'll keep it here. 2:40 left to go as Bolivar tries to stop this Indian offense from driving down the field.
Second down and 13.
But Bolivar feels like they're in a situation where they have to use their timeouts. Osage, if they keep control of the football, should get 2 more snaps out of this. And honestly, I'd run it a third time, Steve.
Well, love to get the first down and run it even a few more times than that, but they've got some real estate they need to make up here.
I tell you what, right now, a first down all but puts this one away after Bolivar used that first timeout. And I know that it's not as egregious as the NFL level where there's 40 seconds between plays, but having to use one timeout right here, if Osage is somehow able to get a first down, it's really going to put Bolivar in a really tough hole to try and get out of.
What a battle it has been here.
Yeah, I agree.
2 minutes, 40 seconds left. Both teams just playing well, and at the same time, both teams have some mistakes to look back upon that have altered the game.
Second and 13, 2:40 left to go. I ran the clock just a bit too long on the MoSportsZone stream. It shows 2:34, but it's 2:40 left here. Second and 13, ball on the 36. Man in motion right to left. Maverick's going to look to throw. And he is going to air this one out to his man, Schreiman. And Schreiman, there's a flag down the field. What an absolute throw by Maverick. And Schreiman is double covered down the field trying to work his way back towards the football. And the 2 defenders just go right through him and knock him down. Now, that's not a spot foul like it is at higher levels, but it's likely going to be a 15-yard penalty and give the school, the Osage Indians, a first down here with 2:33 left to go.
Yeah, and I don't know that it was even necessary. I think they were kind of frightened about the fact that, oh, my goodness, this could be it. But I don't think that was going to be a completion. I think they bailed us out on that.
And listen, this is going to sound completely crazy, but I think that might have been the point of that play.
Just to see if they could get him to bite on that?
More so than maybe throwing it down the field and trying to get the touchdown itself. I think they said, hey, put it in a spot where only Schreiman can come down with it, and Schreiman, you make your move back towards the football and see if you can draw a flag. And they do. With 2:33 left, Bolivar only has 2 timeouts left, but Osage still has to move the football here inside the red zone.
That gives us 2 important things. It gives us 16 yards closer to the end zone, but more importantly, like you said, we got the first down with 2:33 here. That's huge.
Of course, 40 seconds on the play clock, like I've said and told you repeatedly. What is happening?
We changed from 25 to 30 to 40.
I don't know anymore. I give up. Maverick will hand this one off. Drake Williams up the middle. Just needs to take care of the football. A gain of about 3, a timeout on the field. With 2:28 left to go, Bolivar has to take their second timeout, and that will leave 1 remaining. And again, this just puts the Liberators in a big hole.
Hey, here's a question, a statistical question here. On a penalty like that, does that count towards your pass plays, or that's just in the penalty category?
Unfortunately, yeah. It'd be cool, though, wouldn't it? Especially like in the NFL, where you just get like a 70-yard penalty, and you're like, that would just mess with fantasy football. bad enough as it is. How many leagues you say you're in this year? 9 or 10?
Oh, no way. I've got one. One's good for me. I tell you, what a bold play call.
Really,
and really uncharacteristic, I might want to say.
We're kind of glossing over that, yeah.
I was thinking, we've seen Bolivar do that and pay the price for it with an interception in the end zone on a previous, a couple possessions ago. Osage kind of doing a very similar thing here, and that's the difference in the game at this point.
Yeah.
They get the penalty with an interception going back our way. We get the penalty, first down, 16 yards. Our drive continues, and we're eating up the clock.
2nd down and 7 coming up, 2:28 left to go. Osage just needs to take care of the football. That is priority number 1. You're probably going to force Bolivar to take their last time out here in the next couple plays. 2 men in motion for the Indians. Maverick.
Oh,
there's the hard count. Almost got him. And Jolly will take the timeout. Looks like they came out just to set up that hard count and try and draw him offside. So this first Bank of the Lake timeout, charge to the Indians. That's their first charge timeout here in the second half. And really challenging us as broadcasters to not throw it back with just 2 minutes left in this game. Although Chris has his finger on the dial, Steve. He is ready. He wants to run those ads. I won't let him.
He's on the – no, he wants to see how this game's going to turn out.
Oh, he is.
That's what he wants.
I know he's sitting on the edge of his seat. He told me earlier that usually he reads a book. Sometimes while broadcasts are going on, he said tonight he's reading Twilight. So I didn't want to spoil that for him.
I thought it would be The Notebook. I'm sure he would have.
He's read that cover to cover every time, he said.
We're getting no feedback from Chris on this. He's not disagreeing. That's the way I'm taking it.
It's because he's reading.
Okay, fair enough.
Or we're disconnected. Chris, are you there?
Is anybody there? Rest assured, folks, Chris is indeed there. He is.
And excited. 2:28 left to go here. Osage with the football. 2nd down and 7 on the 18.
Last year, our imaginary friend was Maya. And this year, our imaginary friend is Chris.
Oh, goodness. Maverick in the pistol. Takes a snap, hands it off. Drake Williams, right side, big hole over there. Bounces to the outside, 10. Breaks 1 tackle, 5 at the 1 at the end zone. They're going to drop him short and say no touchdown, but the ball right at the goal line. 2:19 left to go. What a play by Drake Williams, just absolutely doing everything to try and get in the end zone.
Inside the 1 yard line, right? What a backbreaker of a run, of a play. Woo! Osage just on the doorstep of calling this a victory for tonight. We've got some work here, a little bit to do, but 2021 in favor of Osage, 2:19, and we are knocking on the door of another score.
Maverick back in the pistol, right at the goal line. 1st and goal from the 1, hands it off. Drake Williams met at the goal line, being pushed around. They're going to be short, and I think that's going to be the final timeout taken by Bolivar here with 2:10 left to go in the 4th quarter. So with 1 yard, they mark them 2. Well, I guess they say they lost a yard maybe, so they put it at the 2. 40 seconds per play between plays. 2nd down. Do you have to put it in the end zone here?
You know what you have to do is not turn the ball over.
That's priority number 1. But if you start doing the math, even if you turn the ball over, you're giving them the ball with 98 yards to go, no timeouts. I don't know. This is such a tough spot. Your instinct says score, and I know these kids want to just put it in the end zone and think that's putting it away, but you just open up Pandora's box. This is all these multiple timelines that we have now, Steve. There's so many different string theory and everything in between.
Well, I get what you're saying. Those are all good points. I also, like what we've been doing up to this point and just
I do too.
Eating up some real estate. And I like to think that we've got some talented running backs in Williams and Arrowwood. And Arrowwood just seems to know how to find the crease and the opening there. I like our chances of getting 3 yards in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. But like you say, in the end, we've got the point we need to win this game if we can just keep the ball not let them touch it or not give them much time when they do.
I bet there's one of the timelines we got cake pops.
Yeah, Devin, our cameraman who came with us here, went into Starbucks, bought a cake pop, and came out and didn't bring us a thing.
Didn't bring us any.
And what Devin doesn't know is
He's walking home.
We gave him a ride here, but we're not giving him a ride home.
But we're going to need you to hang on to that equipment. Maverick in the pistol hands this one off. Up the middle, pushing the pile. And it looks like Bolivar is going to make another stop here. Ball was on the deck. Arrowwood comes up with it. I don't know if they counted the fumble, though. Drake slow to get up there as he took a heck of a shot. And that's going to be no yards gained, no yards lost. Sorry, clock is running, folks. There's 1:45 left here. Just forgot to hit the button. 3rd down and goal here, Steve. 3rd down and 2 from inside the 5. 1:30 left to go here in this 4th quarter. Maverick runs the play in. I feel like you still just run 2 plays here. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Ball goes to Arrowwood, right side, and he slips under a guy.
There he is.
The end zone. They give it to him. Touchdown, School of the Osage. Brock Arrowwood for the 3rd time tonight. Punches it into the end zone, but a flag on the play. We'll see what this call is.
Could be the most important flag thrown tonight. Flag goes against Bolivar, and I'm saying game over. Flag goes against Osage, and there's still some life on the Liberator sideline.
Well, they got Clark out there, so let's see what this call is. Touchdown. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Indians.
Are we celebrating too much? Is that what that has to do with?
Maybe. What if they impose that on the kickoff or something, or they impose it on the extra point? Yeah, I think Bolivar gets the option of putting it on the kickoff or putting it on the extra point. We might get to see Brady Clark show off what kind of leg he has
I'm going
here.
to say that Brady Clark has done some showing off already tonight.
Yeah, big plays defensively from him.
The senior really just being a game changer, probably not one that we would have predicted in that facet of the game.
Yeah.
But, wow. That's a play that we're going to be talking about that the rest of the night, and we'll be talking about that later in the season. Here he goes, though, with his leg, trying to turn the scoreboard 28-20.
1:20 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Extra point pending for the Indians. Snap is back. Kick is down. Or hold is down. Kick is up and good. Makes it 28-20. They'll impose the penalty on the kickoff. We'll take a quick break. Come back with the ending of this game. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Custom railing stairs that gleam. Awnings made just like your dream. American Sun controls the name. Since 1985, they lead the game. Screen enclosures keep bugs at bay. Enjoy your summer every day. Family owned and local too. American Sun Control. Made for you.
This is Osage Indians Football. Here's the call of the game on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
All right, back here in Bolivar, Missouri, 1:20 left to go in this 4th quarter. A touchdown and extra point from the Indians make it an 8-point game. Bolivar has 1 timeout left. They are down by 8. They need a touchdown and an extra point here. An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the touchdown is a 15-yard penalty imposed on the kickoff. So that'll move the kick back 15 yards where Brady Clark will have to kick off from his own 25.
Whew, that's tough.
So Shirley set up to give Bolivar decent field position to try and score and tie this one up.
And they need the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I thought.
Clark set to kick it away, and he does so. That ball's going to be fielded.
There he goes down, about the 42-yard line.
Indeed. Only 4 seconds came off the clock as Jackson had it, and now this Bolivar offense will go to work. They scored on their last possession, and it's going to be Chapel Banner, the junior, leading this squad out, trying to drive one more time and put it in the end zone. Again, they need a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this game into overtime. 1:15 left to go here in this game. Banner, 4 wide receivers, takes the snap, throws it out, quick slant, has his man.
The ball
is on the deck.
I don't think anybody knows where it's at yet.
I don't know who came up with it.
And
the call is going to be a fumble.
The officials have not signaled. Osage thinks it's theirs, but
yeah, it's going to be second down, it seems. So Bolivar retains possession on the fumbled play.
So ball at the 48-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, yes. And that keeps the clock is still moving.
Gain
so
of
second
7.
Down, under a minute to go here now. Banner takes the snap. Quickly, over the middle, had his man, dropped. Schreiman makes the hit, and that was Lucas Pock that couldn't quite bring it in, and that makes it 3rd down and 3 at the 48. And the clock is stopped. You don't have to rush anything here. 51 seconds left to go in this 4th quarter. A touchdown and a touchdown and 2-point conversion tie this one up. 3rd down, though. Clock stops after first downs. 1 timeout left for Bolivar. Banner, man in motion, takes the snap. Rolls out of the pocket, now steps up. Moves, trying to pick up the first down. Gets a big gain. Stays on his feet. Probably should have went down earlier. 41 seconds left on the clock. First down. Chains will move. Clock will start after they get set. 41 seconds left. Bolivar into Osage territory at the 41-yard line.
Gain of 11.
Good move there by Banner. Didn't try and force anything downfield. Just took what the defense gave him. 4 wide receivers out. Banner, quick throw out. And the hit is made. And
are we in bounds? What are we saying?
Not sure if they're motioning that he was out of bounds or inbounds. 32 seconds left on the clock. They're going to say he got out of bounds. Tackled out of bounds. So it'll be 2nd down and 2.
Gain
32
of 8.
seconds left. Four wide out for Banner. Blocker in the backfield. Man in motion pre-snap. Banner takes the snap. Floats it out to his man and then quickly out of bounds for a first down pickup. Osage kind of playing some prevent defense here. Not wanting anybody to get behind him. 27 seconds left to go. That's a first down for Bolivar. 1st and 10 at the 25 now.
Bolivar making it interesting here for sure. 25 yards away from a touchdown. Need that 2-point conversion as well. 27 seconds to make it happen. And the crowd is stomping their feet. They are into this one.
Play stop, pre-snap.
Do I see
See
some
what
yellow?
the call is. Yeah, that has to be something. If Osage didn't take a timeout, it's got to be something. False start on the offense.
Going to bring it back to...
At some point, you can take the run off on the clock, but I think it's like less than 10 seconds.
So ball's at 30.
Yeah. Just brings the ball back 5 yards. 25 seconds left to go here. 1st and 15 from the 30-yard line. 4 wide out. Banner takes the snap.
Oh, he's
chased
in trouble.
In the backfield.
He's in trouble. Oh, going to get him down, throwing the ball.
And he does throw it, but it is incomplete. Great pursuit there from the Indian defense. Looked like he was going to get him down, and that would have been, well, that would have resulted in a timeout.
I didn't catch who had him in the grasp there.
I thought it was Grant Wilson. I could be wrong on that one, though.
That's it's dangerous. Just throwing that ball out there. Of course, you got to.
Caden Langolier.
Oh.
Am I saying that right?
Langoliers. Langoliers, I say.
Are you saying it right?
I am now.
Okay.
Second attempt was successful.
2nd and 15. 18 seconds left to go. Bolivar still with a timeout. Takes the snap. Throws it out to the sideline, out of bounds quickly. Makes 13 seconds left. It'll be 3rd down and 2 inside the red zone. 13 seconds to get 19 yards. Bolivar still with a timeout in their pocket.
11-yard gain on that one.
3rd down and 4. Three wide receivers out right. Isolation out on the left. Banner takes the snap. Looks right. Now rolls out. Flushed out of the pocket. Wilkes tracking him. Gets to the sideline. 6 seconds left to go. And he's out of bounds at the 11. You got to go to the end zone once, if not twice here.
Banner just doing a pretty brilliant job of being the field general here. He's been kind of reckless with the ball at times tonight, but he's marching them all the way down to the 11-yard line here. 6 seconds left. It is crunch time here. You say 3 attempts here, or 2 attempts? I mean,
you have to throw the ball into the end zone. Now, whether or not you get 1 or 2 shots at that, kind of just what you can draw up. Osage, the defense, going to take a timeout here.
I'm thinking back to that play early on in the first half where I can't remember the receiver, but Banner had the receiver that was open all day long for that touchdown.
Yeah, you got to think Osage isn't going to let that kind of play happen. Our next broadcast will come to you live from School of the Osage next Friday night as the Indians will have their home opener against the Spartans of Moberly. And we'll see if the Indians will go into that game 1-0 or if Bolivar will get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie this one up and send it to overtime.
What a tough task. You know, playing defense in this kind of situation where you don't want to give up the big one. You want to play it safe, you know, kind of that prevent defense, but then you end up giving up, chunks. So now you're 11 yards away in 6 seconds.
Wow.
You got 11 yards to defend and 6 seconds to defend it.
Chunks. That was my nickname in college. I didn't know you knew that, Steve.
Word gets around.
All right, here we go. 6 seconds left to go. 28-20, Osage out in front. Ball at the 11-yard line. Bolivar with the football. Banner in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks to throw. Now wants to move. Throws it down on the ground.
1 second. Did they have a second?
They did.
They're saying.
They got, okay, so our clock says 0 here, but a very generous clock keeper here is going to give them 1 second on the clock here, Steve.
That's why there's that home field advantage, right? On SBU's campus.
I was going to say, hometown, yeah. All right, so 1 second left on the clock here. Steve did not press the clock stop button in time, so on our stream.
I haven't pressed it all night.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
So here it is, potentially the final play of the game. I mean, it will be of regulation for sure. Banner back in the pocket, 1 second. Has to throw it to the end zone, fires it in there, ball over the middle, knocked in the air, and falls to the turf helplessly. The School of the Osage Indians are going to escape Bolivar tonight with an 8-point win, 28-20 over the Bolivar Liberators. What a game here at Southern Baptist University Field. We will take a break, come back with the High Tech Auto Body post-game show, and get you set for next week at home. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Hitachi Energy in Jefferson City is seeking beginning and seasoned welders. No certification needed. Gain knowledge and expertise from their expert welders in their Hitachi Welding School. Enjoy a safety-focused and climate-controlled environment while you work. With a benefit package that starts on day one and pay up to $27 per hour, Hitachi inspires progress for a future that you and your family deserve. Join their diverse team of professionals today by applying at HitachiEnergy.com. Lake Ozark Quarry, selling rock to everyone. Call today, 573-569-5654. Look them up online and Facebook.
We sell
wreck. We still wreck.
The Butcher Shop in Camdenton invites you to the Lake Ozark Biker Church. Services every fourth Sunday of the month, located behind the Butcher Shop in Camdenton. Feel the Holy Spirit at work and come have fellowship with the spirit of the Biker Church. The Butcher Shop is a strong supporter of the Camdenton Lakers, the Lake community, and our Lord Jesus Christ. The Butcher Shop, your home for lunch and dinner, meats, and pre-made goodies.
All right, team, listen up. This season, the Motor Hut is teaming up with Laker and Indians Football to mow down the competition. They've got Steele, Gravely, Grasshopper, and Husqvarna. Top draft picks for the home or business. They bring the muscle, and the Motor Hut brings the unbeatable service and know-how. And when the season changes, leaves fall, snow blows, the Motor Hut's got the gear to keep you in the game. So let's go. Hut to the Motor Hut.
This is America, where football means football.
As the bumps and bruises of football season and life build up on our bodies, wouldn't it be nice to soak away those issues in a brand new Bullfrog Spa from Pacific Pools? Enjoy stepping away from the rigors of life, the aches and pains of the past, and current injuries, arthritis, or stress of the workday. Get yourself into Pacific Pools and order your new Bullfrog Spa today. It only takes 21 days to construct and ship. And listen to the Lakers take the field, all while soaking in your new Bullfrog Spa. Take a break and make your escape to the hidden gem of the lake, Old Kinderhook. Golf the finest course and dine at the best restaurant, the Trophy Room. Happy hour is 3 to 6. Enjoy prime rib Friday and Saturday. They've got a wine list that matches its cuisine and spa for your golf swing. Old Kinderhook invites you to escape today. Come stay and play for a weekend. A proud supporter of your Camdenton Lakers and Osage Indians. Look them up online and Facebook.
I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game. In my book, we're going to be winners. He is gone.
Game analysis, stats, and more. It's the Osage Indians Football Postgame Show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here in Bolivar, Missouri, Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams, Chris Boom Boom Cannon back in the studio for us. Week 1 is officially in the books for School of the Osage, and they bring home a 28-20 victory over the Bolivar Liberators here tonight. To say this was a hard-fought win is probably putting it lightly. Steve, what do you have as far as the stat totals for us?
Yeah, I'm looking at really balanced attack from School of the Osage. 37 runs for 151 yards, 14 passes for 191 yards. We had, I think, the one interception by Maverick Trusty, but just really balanced attack and an offense that really just stepped up when it needed to step up, right? There were some times where it seemed like Bolivar was taking over the game offensively, and we were able to get the stop and then answer there. It's pretty comparable. You're looking at total yards. What I have is Osage had a total of 335 yards to Bolivar's 258. 51 plays to 60 plays. Bolivar actually had more plays. Some of the biggest plays I don't have the stats for. That interception at the goal line by Brady Clark, game changer.
Yeah.
They were going to go up for the first time in the night and really be in charge there. Just really impressive. And the flip side of that is the touchdown reception there for Osage on the other end. Just an impressive turnabout of events there offensively. I am really proud of this team, really proud of the leadership the coaching staff showed. I'm really proud of the leaders, the senior leaders on this team. Osage had the ball. What do we say? I'm looking at eight possessions. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdowns. They had a couple punts. They had the interception, and they had one turnover on downs. Bolivar had the ball, 9 possessions. 2 of those, one at the end of half and one at the end of the second half, just ran out of time. Interception, a couple, one passing touchdown, one rushing touchdown. 2 interceptions overall. Could have been a third one for sure. And so just a great battle. A great battle. I look forward to hearing what our coach has to say about it.
Yeah, Coach Jolly putting the headset on here, joining us here for the post-game interview. Coach, you've said multiple times in these interviews that these games don't come down to just one play, and that was never more ever present than tonight. It felt like the momentum in the games just went back and forth between these two teams. What'd you see down there on the sidelines?
Well, I just think that I think I talked a little bit before we come up here. I'm like, I don't know what we're going to look like. Anybody that's watched us over the last 5 years, we look a little different than we have in the past. But, we do some things pretty good. I think it was just some decision making and some things that we didn't handle very well. And but our kids really persevered. And like I said, it was tough. To score down there at the end, and it kind of worked out where we stole timeouts from them. Yeah. We had the upper hand, and by not scoring 2 or 3 times, it actually ended up benefiting us because we took their timeouts, and obviously they needed every second down there. Yep. So, no, I'm proud of them.
Coach, what did you learn about your team tonight, seeing them in a dogfight like this?
It's tough because I want to say I'm a little disappointed in our conditioning, and think because we were pretty gassed, but I think we saw a much different Bolivar team this year. I mean, this team played hard. Yeah. They've done a really good job, and they were playing sideline to sideline. So I'm just proud of our kids and for sticking through it, and then just be willing to be coached. I think we got coached up at the end there, and like I said, got some situations that you got to be in to learn from. So I was really proud, and we feel super proud to come out here 1-0.
Yeah, you seem like you executed when your boys executed when it was on the line the most. You talk about 2 interceptions in the end zone, and they're big-time game momentum changing ones, and then that final drive, slowly, methodically moving down the field, like you said, kind of stealing timeouts from them, and then putting it in the end zone at the very end. Talk about the execution tonight.
Well, but that's what I was talking about. That's what we look like in the last 4 years. So to be able to go back to that, and hats off to talk about Drake and Brock. Those guys played every down and on special teams, maybe a sub here and there. But, those guys don't carry as much in the caboose as Aiden Williams and Jason Colonius did. So it's a different, like I said, it's a different style in the running game. But we just being in that heat of the battle, I think is going to – I can't say I'm glad that it happened like that, but I think this is going to come back to pay huge dividends for us.
Yeah, well, you took the next question right out of my mouth. So I'll let you get set, go down there, talk to your boys and everyone else, and we'll get set for Moberly next week. That's Coach Jolly joining us. Coach, congratulations and thank you. So Osage picks up the win here tonight, 28-20 over Bolivar, moving to 1-0 on the season. They'll play at home, at Eldon, at home, and then at home the next 5 weeks. And they'll play against Moberly next week at School of the Osage. We'll have the call for you right here, but a great win for the Indians tonight against the Liberators to come out of here 1-0 and get them set for the season. 2nd year in a row now that they have won the season opener. We'll have the call for you next week as Osage takes on Moberly. For Steve Adams and Chris Boom Boom Cannon back in the studio, I am Craig Allen. Thank you for listening. This has been a presentation of Cool